You are now listening to a Doc Martin production.
Get those words, frackin'
They say the meek will inherit the earth. We say the nerds are already in control. Welcome to the Frackin' Nerds episode number, what are you pointing at, 254? I'm your host, Doc Martin. Joining me live in studio. What? Stop pointing at each other. First of all the way from the East Coast, it is...
I'm not live in studio. I'm calling in. I sound really good though, right?
You sound way better
I
than
sound way. I guess this is new internet.
I guess we need to check the other mics and see how they all sound too.
I'm
Sorry.
home. Well, I'm on the road. You know, I was in Chicago. Now I'm in an undisclosed, location.
We're not. The show's not live, so nobody's listening can be like, oh. And
Can
probably,
you just let me have my fucking fun?
Yeah, that mic. That might be a challenge.
But yes, it's me, the one, the only Joshua.
How many weeks since you have not watched a Black Mirror episode?
I don't fucking know.
We're gonna follow up every week just to
I've
find
literally
out.
watched all of. You know what? I'm shocked that I know more episodes of Workaholics than I thought I did.
Oh, really?
I'm like, wait, I remember this episode. I remember the premise. So yeah, but yeah. Go ahead, introduce the other guy.
All right, the other guy.
Take my shtick.
I'm sorry. The other guy who was on for the call-in part of what was it, about a couple weeks ago or something like that, and he is back again, unbeknownst to the other people that are on his other podcast to try to prevent him from being on the show.
Yeah, this is my gimmick.
I know. Every time I'm like, "Hey, class, do you want to come on the show?" And he's like, "Get off my fucking Kool-Aid, motherfucker!"
Yo, Bud Light looks mad yellow.
I mean, it's beer. Beer's yellow.
Yeah,
This looks really fucking yellow.
How's it taste?
it's closed. It's been in a thing since February. So
All right, whatever.
I did call in a couple weeks ago, but this is the first time I've actually been back in studio.
Shit,
Fucking
5
years.
years,
Yeah, it's been a
maybe?
long time, so it's great.
Yep.
Great to be here.
And then
This
since
class.
you all were coming in attendance and we were hoping a couple other guys showed up, they decided to call in because one guy is running from the law.
And they won.
They haven't caught him yet.
No, but they're gonna win.
They haven't caught him
There's a
yet.
bounty on that man's head.
And that is Mr.
Father of
Kennedy.
Xavier Magnus.
Hold on, let's see if we can hear that this time.
What is that?
Nothing.
That's
You
your
get
little,
I think that was his.
that's your horn? Are you in a truck right now?
Yeah, I'm fucking 65 northbound right
I
now.
thought he was about to say 69.
69 in Northbound right now.
But Doc, now that we've introduced the core group, we have another person on the line. Someone I adore. Someone who I feel that I should be holding right now because.
You know, the interesting thing is every time you've come into town, you hope that his podcast would come back so that you could be on it, and you've never been on it.
Well, technically, I've never been live in studio on it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes. But you want to be live in studio
Yes,
for
because I want to hold.
one of the... Though that show has been off the air, I think, for 3 years, I would
And I
say.
actually want to get the jacket, the smoker jacket. So I can do it 21.
2 years. It feels like longer. It is the old...
It's
What?
got its virginity back now. It's been vacant so long.
That what? They put the rights up for the name?
No, I'm saying never mind.
All
Never
right.
mind, Doc.
Can we just introduce
Go
him?
play with
because
your horn, Kennedy.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, go play with the horn. He spoke.
So they're talking about me. It's Drunken Jason Crow. I'm back. It has been 2 years since Simply Drunk has been around. Josh, I didn't know you were going to be there. I would have found a way to make it to you so we could hold each other once again.
Well, we're going to be at Rec Bar on Friday, so try to make it.
Oh, Rec Bar on Friday? I can make Rec Bar on Friday.
Oh, I just busted a nut.
Jason, how do you feel about all these new commercials with people drinking beer in showers?
How do I
commercials
feel?
like
I feel like there's a lot of gimmick infringement.
There's been...
happening.
I've seen
Uh,
two different beer commercials showing people drinking beer in showers.
I don't watch TV
Yes,
like that
yeah.
with commercials.
And they're claiming to be the fucking
Like-
shower beer.
Yeah,
like
the shower beer. But Crow has been doing this for what? How many years?
I saw that
Oh,
on an
God,
episode of
that's
Intervention.
From the inception of Snapchat, I've
Yes.
been doing it.
He's like,
And before, I've introduced so many people to shower beer, it confuses me that people didn't even know that it was a thing.
that's how I got my introduction through Intervention. The dude was like mourning his dead son. He's like, I'm gonna have me a shower beer. This one's for you, Timmy. I'm not joking. That's actual truth.
Yeah. Nice.
But you've watched all these interventions, but you've not seen Black Mirrors.
Yo, fuck Black Mirror, motherfucker.
It's a good show.
I grew up watching the fucking Twilight Zone. There ain't nothing else.
What are you, like 80 or something? You grew up watching the Twilight
Well,
Zone.
my mother's
There are only
husband
3
at the
stations
time-
on the TV.
Yes.
True,
I would
true
turn the
story. My
knob.
mother's husband at the time was like, "You got to watch the Twilight Zone, you fucking fruitcake." And I'm like, "All right."
Fucking fruitcake.
And I don't know if they do it out here, but on Channel 11, which is WPIX, they have. They have. I don't know if they do it anymore, but back in the day, they did a New Year's Day Twilight Zone countdown, and it would. You watch like 20 episodes back to back.
You missed that show class where one day we were talking about Fox shows, and he was like,
Oh, fucking.
he goes, "Are you talking about Channel 5?" And we were just like, not everybody. It's not the same channel everywhere.
Fox 41 isn't going. They're all over the United States.
In Albany, it's Channel 8.
Yeah.
In the same state, you can't even keep the same Fox. Why do you think at different states?
I don't know, man. It was
That
one of my
doesn't make sense.
It was one of my lesser moments on the podcast.
And then I was like, and this is why we all hate New Yorkers, because they think they're the center of the universe.
We're not. We just don't think anything else exists outside of it.
That's the whole point of it. All right, guys, on today's show, big news from D23, or D23.
What does the D stand for?
Disney?
And what's the 23 stand for?
I don't know.
Okay.
They fucked your mother!
Okay, random. Event Horizon series is coming to Amazon, and
About the movie?
yeah, the movie.
Oh. Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill movie?
That's correct.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I'm old.
it's a good movie.
I know.
Event Horizon was great.
Yes, I remember when I was the lady we were talking about earlier, who used to date. I walked into the room and she's sitting there watching it with her daughter, and I go, "Do you not know what this movie is about? This is Event Horizon, where weird shit and people having blood orgies happens. You may
Nope, never seen it.
you've
No,
never
it's actually-
seen
it's
it?
actually
You
really
sold
good,
me
too.
on blood orgies.
Oh, okay.
Lawrence Fishburne is the man in it, but spoilers.
I mean, he's always a man.
Nah. Some movies is not.
And you can get Duke Nukem to your wedding. That'll be the last thing we talk about for the day. Apparently, KFC's plant-based chicken sold out in 5 hours. If you're not getting robbed at a Popeyes, apparently that was the funniest news I saw on Twitter yesterday. Did you all see that?
Yes.
People
Yeah,
robbing
I
for
saw
the
that. What's going on
Wrestlers were
with chicken?
talking
Why is
about
this? Why is this a thing?
what the Popeyes?
Well, just everything. Like their chicken, like the being robbed for a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
That's
like,
it, yeah.
Is it that good?
Apparently, it's very popular. I talked with a lady at my work, one of the guests that came in, and she was just like, "Hey, it's so delicious. It was like heaven." I was like, "Okay."
Is it good enough that you would suck a dick for it?
I don't know if that is enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's good enough, Joshua,
I'll
that
let
you
you
would
know.
suck a dick
I'll
for?
let you know.
A lot of fucking money.
Have you had a Popeye's chicken sandwich?
No. It's funny you mention that because it's been out for a while now.
Nobody sucked a lot of dick.
It was because you taught me how, you fucking rude man. But no, the sandwich has been out for a while now, and the craze just started. And my coworkers are like, "Why is everybody so crazy about this? We had this like 2 months ago. It's not a big deal." So.
It's weird how internet just grabs something and runs with it.
Well, that's the thing, though. Somebody was saying a celebrity was eating it and said, "Oh, this is delicious." I'm like, I don't think that's what happened. Maybe a fight broke out because of the last sandwich.
I don't know.
Wait, so it's not a new sandwich? It's not like a new flavor or anything? It's just the same?
No, the sandwich.
Okay.
The time the craze started, the sandwich already was out like a month before, 2 months before.
Yeah, it's like in it like a honey biscuit or a Hawaiian biscuit kind of.
No, I think
something.
it's a potato biscuit.
Ooh,
Potato bread.
Yeah, potato biscuits are very rare. Can't get those everywhere. Well,
You got that sandwich for free. Popeyes has it on sale like 2 for $5.
we got to get your mic up because you're getting drowned out just by Jason laughing. Kennedy, is there any way?
Well, I'm sorry.
Can you fix that so that we can make you better?
I mean, I can stick it in my mouth.
Actually, that's better.
There it is.
It's
That
not
was
as
better.
worse as that one day you were just
No,
reverbing
stick
from
it in
hell.
your mouth.
That was on speakerphone. Right now, I've got you on
That
the
shit was
headset.
like,
All right, that sounds way better. Let's keep you with that. Well, the Beyond Fried Chicken test in Atlanta sold out in less than 5 hours on August 27th, with people wrapped around the store from the moment it opened.
Atlanta.
I don't know if you noticed it or not, but it was a lot of white people were at the store there to wait around for non-chicken chicken. What is? What, I mean, why is this like? Everyone's so excited about these non meat foods.
Because it's cool to be
Well, I've
vegan
tried-
now.
Is it?
I mean, I've tried like the Impossible Burger from like White Castle and everything. It's good. It's not like it's gross or anything.
Is it?
Have you tried the Burger King one yet?
I haven't tried the Burger King one yet, and the chicken one confuses me more so than I think the burger. I don't know why.
And with the Impossible ones, they like bleed, like a weird.
No, I think so. Like they put like a little.
Which
extra
again,
juice.
why does it need to?
But here's
look
the
bloody.
thing that they actually compared. It was like you're not getting the good health value that you expect you're getting from an actual Impossible Burger that you buy from these chains because they're still salty. They still have the like all the other stuff that comes with the regular burger. So you're still getting
It's still not a
100%.
healthy
Yeah,
comparison.
I think one burger was actually worse than the regular burger. One fake burger was
Because of what they have to do with
If
it.
you look
Yeah.
at Red Robin's veggie
Yum.
burger, it's worse than
Is it?
calorie wise
Yeah.
and fat content. It's
Yeah.
worse than like other burgers that they have. A few months ago, like 3 months ago, in 2005, I got diagnosed with MS, and every now and then I get flare ups. And like 3 months ago, I had like a pretty severe flare up. So I had to go to the hospital for fucking steroid infusions and all this to like help reduce inflammation. So with the inflammation, I just thought, okay, let me get on these low inflammation diets. One is basically like a vegan diet. So I did that for about a month. During this month, I tried that Impossible Burger at White Castle. Man, I'm sorry, buddy, but it was fucking awful. It was not good.
It's not good.
But, I mean, I did try some things that were like, I did go on that, like, the vegan kick, but then I was like, man, I can't fucking do this, man. I'd rather have a little inflammation.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, I've cut out, like, dairy and, like, red meat and going mainly plant-based and, like, you know,
Blasphemy.
yeah, I know, man. Let there be light. That's,
What the fuck is going on? Your house haunted, bro?
I think so.
I don't know what just happened there. But every now and then, like, I'm just mainly like sticking away from like dairy and all that shit.
All
but
right.
I mean, I did have that Impossible Burger. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it, man. I wasn't a big fan of it
Okay.
at all. It had just like weird fucking chunks of like green something in there. It just wasn't good, man. It wasn't good. Didn't like it.
I mean, I feel like it was cooked in the exact same like grease
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
skillet and everything
that's
that the
exactly-
regular White Castles were cooked.
Right.
I
So
forgot to add to it though.
at that point, like, you're eating that small of it, you might as well just eat a couple fucking sliders.
And do they have
Like,
separate, like cooking areas, or like, so if you're vegan, you're still sucking on
White
some.
I
Castle,
mean,
bro.
they have a vegan thing, but they don't. Yeah.
I don't know if it's vegans the same as people don't eat for
Vegans don't eat like nothing
No,
but
no.
like,
In terms of like, I believe they're
like kosher.
No, Muslims they can't eat pork or
Correct.
so it's cooked. Pork's cooked on the you cook their meat with. They won't
It's
eat.
the same as kosher.
Right.
I
I thought,
right.
Yeah.
I thought that was the Jewish
Yeah,
people.
vegans are the same.
No, the Muslims also.
Yeah.
I
Vegans.
thought kosher was had to be prepared. Some way.
Yeah, but then again, cannot be mixed in with any kind of
even
pork.
cooking.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it has to be completely
I didn't know
of
that.
the
I just
things
thought-
that they're not allowed to.
Because I was actually at fucking stop on the fucking bus, and the guy was like, "Oh, did you cook that with pork on it?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I can't eat this because of religious purposes."
Isn't it weird that that is still a thing? Like, the reason it was there back in the day is because it wasn't cooked properly, and you could die from eating bad pork. But now we've gotten better at it, but it's still a religion.
Hanging on to it.
I guess so.
Whatever motivates people to do good, but unfortunately,
Religion is religion. There's still people in India that drink cow piss.
moving on.
Well, it's sterile and healthy, and I like the way it tastes.
I don't like political. commentary.
The NFL now is on TikTok to court young viewers, because that's what young viewers are looking to do, is look at bad memes from the NFL.
I'm waiting for Tyreek Hill.
But John Madden in charge of that account.
No, he doesn't. How's he still alive? The NFL will be dead tomorrow. Watch, just because we mentioned his name
I don't want.
No,
don't put that
we
evil on me,
already
bro.
made this bet that John Madden dies there.
on the death pool or
Wow.
something.
Yeah, remember we were talking about this in one of the shows.
Wow, I'm not associated with the show anymore.
It's not like Matt doing anything lately.
That's these lines of the meta poll.
Yeah, no, I'm not associated with this anymore. I gotta.
We talk about fucking whorehouses with sex on the show.
Yes,
This
Ro-
work.
yeah.
If you look at all of us, we need to go to whorehouses with sex dolls.
Except for Crow will not do that. He's afraid of
No.
robots.
Crow doesn't even get. He doesn't have to. Try
Oh
to
shit,
get
I
pussy.
forgot about robots with Crow.
It's robots and dolls that Crow has a huge fear of.
Well, don't talk on
Yeah.
it. We don't want him to hang.
I'm
out.
not making him like have to have a sex with a little tiny weird looking
It's not like,
doll.
the next time he comes here, we're all here. A fucking sex doll's gonna.
He
be
doesn't
waiting
like
for
that,
him.
like little dolls. He's weirded out by.
Sure.
And then he thinks robots are gonna kill us all.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
isn't
about
that correct,
Fucking
Jason?
George Costanza thing.
What?
Hey,
George
you know,
Costanza?
Skynet's real. It's real. It's going to happen. And it's going to be via sex dolls. That's how the majority of the public is
Squeeze
going to
them
die.
Fuck off.
They've already had like 2 weeks ago. They had a sex doll had choked to death.
How does it?
Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking
So
about.
first of all, like, is the robot on top of the guy, and then he put the hands on for squeeze? Like, if he's above it, he should be able to step out of the grip of the.
Not even that.
I don't.
How the
You
fuck
got,
did
you got the
position a
computer
dog
right
to
there. Look up the
choke
article.
you?
Dude got choked out. Fuck
Maybe he wanted to get choked out.
I think the cat just finally had reached its breaking point.
Oh, he just pulled down the fucking.
You just noticed that right now?
Yes.
Oh,
I heard him whining over there. I don't know what's over here with people doing the podcast. I lose my mind looking at my cat. Anybody planning on going to the Star Wars thing in Disney? If you buy the Coke bottles, you cannot take them on the plane because they look like bombs.
they look like grenades.
Well, great.
Yeah.
Should we like a frickin' Simply Drones like trip there? I think we should do that.
We would have to drive because then we can't send them back with
Josh
us.
is gonna be no. I'll be the representative.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
I have van.
You have a van now? Like, not work
Yeah.
van, right?
Still FedEx's van.
Like, we're not going to ride FedEx van.
No,
Hey,
not
I'm
a
just gonna
FedEx
put
van.
this out
No,
there that I'm
it's
conditioned
a me
on
van.
very
It's a dad van.
That's true. We can, like, have Kennedy drive because he could just go autopilot, and we just sit back and
I'll
relax
be
for
in
14
California
hours.
for September.
We go to Florida. We're not going to California.
I thought that's where that
No,
It's in Orlando.
It's,
Yeah.
it's opening up in
Yeah,
Orlando
Orlando.
soon.
It's already open, right?
Oh, yeah, it is.
The California one, the one I'm going to.
Yeah, that one, apparently, they're losing a lot of money off of it.
I would assume so, right? Because they're mad that it's millennials that go there and they're not buying anything or something like that.
Well, no, they raised prices because they thought a lot more people were going to go, and then that kind of pushed people away. And then other people are worried that it's going to be crowded and you're not going to be able to actually have a good experience, so a lot of people are not going. They're waiting a year or so for it to kind of die down a little bit.
Yeah, that's
And
what my friend was telling me. He's like, oh, it's like almost 200. That's just decent.
just to get into that park?
I think so.
Fuck,
He was like,
no.
I think I go. I was like, I got you.
Yeah, because then you want to go make your lightsaber and everything, right?
I want to do any of that
That's
shit. I
my
just want to go
plan.
to Disneyland and take pictures and be a moron. I actually want to get drunk at Disney World.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah, I'm with you on
You
that
should do
one.
the
Let's do that.
Epcot Center challenge where you go to every country and drink an alcohol beverage and get around
My
completely.
uncle did that.
Did they?
Yeah.
Are they alcoholics? Because I hear it's slightly difficult to get through.
Yeah, I mean, you see me drinking with them every fucking Sunday on Facebook, right?
No, but there's like 40 or so countries that you're doing alcoholic drinks.
And what do you think we do at the bar? Drink 40 or fucking so fucking drinks. That's like that.
$50 a pop because it's fucking New York.
No, we go to shows.
Okay.
Fuck you looking at?
So yeah, if you decide to get one of the Coca-Colas, which are $5 for these little circular.
How many ounces is that? Is that 12 ounces or 8?
No, it's got
They look like the thermal detonators, right?
Yes.
From Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a thermal detonator.
probably 8 ounces. It does not look like it's
$5 fucking for 8 ounces.
less than a can for
That
$5.
fucking explode.
So yeah, you're not allowed to
Throw that
take
shit.
those.
You know what? Drink it and then throw it at one of those fucking performers.
What performers?
Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck, whatever the fuck, you just throw it at one of them. Like,
That's
drink it.
mean. Why would you just randomly throw?
Because they got me to pay $5 fucking for a fucking 8
They
ounce
didn't
drink.
make you do anything. They were just hired actors that wear an outfit for the.
No. The people that employ them made me pay $8.
Where are you gonna go find them? They're not hanging out at the park.
Well, I'm gonna take it out on them.
God.
Like if fucking Burger King doesn't make your burger right, you're still gonna get mad at the guys in the back, right, or the cashier, right?
You would be
Right.
No, you would be throwing the burger at the janitor. Going.
No, I throw it at the cashier, but the guy who made it is behind the cashier.
God, I'm still thinking you're a few levels away from where your anger is coming to.
Forget it, Doc.
Sorry.
I
Moving
think
on.
Josh needs to talk to somebody.
You need to fucking bring me my fucking Fire Stick, motherfucker.
Yeah, he can't watch much with the Apple TV 1 series. Why won't that Apple? He is at an Airbnb that apparently has an old Apple 1
Gen 1.
So what's the problem?
From what I looked up, it's like when the Gen 1s and Gen 2s came out, they don't have the App Store, so you can't download new apps.
So it's whatever they have.
It's
set
whatever
up?
that was already in there.
Shit.
On top of that, it can't get updated. So I literally have to. It says authorizing, accessing.
no.
So it'll literally like you know you go boom.
So why don't you bring so you always wait till
This shit.
all pieces like once every 3 months.
Plan for a long time.
Yeah, and I didn't expect to be staying at the fucking A&B player.
But if you're staying at a hotel, if you got your put your Chromecast in your fucking luggage,
First of all,
your backpack
if I'm
thing.
staying at a hotel, I don't expect to be because hotel TV is good. It's not what it is. But this MBB like about fucking TV and all this other stuff. And somebody hung up. This
Hello.
this Gen 1's a shit. I don't
Okay.
want to buy a face that can just leave it there.
Let's see. All right. Hello. Good job.
Arrested.
Yeah, they go.
Yeah, you're low now again. But yeah, like okay, so I went down to Mexico this year, and 60 channels of the 61 were all in Spanish. So, yeah, like when I was trying to watch the Super Bowl, and they had 5 channels in Spanish, and then like 1 in English, but it was a really bad feed of. Yeah, this game was boring as fuck.
It was a good defensive game.
Yeah, I don't want to watch a defensive game.
I like
offense is
defensive
a football.
games.
It's
So,
a football game.
That now I'm just gonna bring a Chromecast, so I'm gonna go going to Jamaica next year.
Like I said, this was a unexpected detour in my plan.
Just put it in your buy one and put one in your bag. They're like $20-$30.
You know what? Fuck
Then
off.
you never have that situation.
No, forget it.
Never have
I'm
that.
not gonna
Roku
have this
stick.
argument.
Plus, why don't you
That's
just
a little
watch it on
cheaper,
your phone?
Because I don't want to do that. I want to sit down and watch. not
You can
have
always
to-
sit down and watch. You just lift up your phone and put it towards your
I don't
eyes.
want to do this for fucking 2 hours.
Get like can't you make those hanger things where it'll put around your
That's
cord?
so much work. I'm not trying to work on my vacation.
Well, then why don't you do this when you're trying to find your Airbnb? Look for things like, well, what kind of media devices do you have?
I'm just gonna.
Now, is there any people staying in there?
Do you really think I'm gonna stay?
I don't know. It's a question.
No. I'm gonna say. How many years have you known me?
So you wouldn't stay in a place that had other people living there?
Why the fuck?
Like
would I
staying
do
at a
that?
hostel?
Well,
Like
no,
something
but like
that?
no, we're Jason. Like when he had this house, he had Airbnb parts in his house.
Which I've done, but
And,
because I wasn't in there for the whole day, I would go to stand in line at PwC.
which is I guess brought atmosphere when we were doing a podcast, and they're all like walking out to go do things downtown, and
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's like the only way I do that is if it's dirt cheap, which that one time it was dirt cheap, and I know I'm not going to be in the house all day.
does it freak you out if there's people that are
No, it's because the dude was like, "Yo, I didn't even know you were going to be gone as much as you were." I was like, "Yeah, I wasn't staying here, but I just rather be in
like
a
who
place
rents an
where-
Airbnb and like I'm gonna hang out here all day?
Well, some people do.
I definitely had a few people that did that.
You know,
it
so
was
it's
a little,
like-
a little strange.
But this Airbnb is nice. It just had a shitty fucking smart TV device. That's all.
So let me ask you, man, on your Airbnb, was it like separate bathrooms or like you go in the bathroom and then like some strangers in there taking a dump?
Well,
Like-
the one I went
I would
to-
hope they have a
the-
lock.
Yeah, the one I went
Well,
to.
yeah, I mean, you just walk in on not even a door.
Hello, Joe. Yeah, just open.
This is my third time doing it. The first time was when I stood in someone's apartment with them, but the bathroom, like he would leave. So the only thing was he snored. That was the complaint. It was like and I was like, I heard.
Did y'all
it.
share a bed?
No. He had a loft or a studio, whatever the fuck it was.
Right,
One
so it was all open.
One section was his section, and the other section was my section.
Where was this at?
Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Was it like no holds barred? You guys had like the little sheet over the bed? And
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't cross my line,
But
brother.
like there was mad space. Like it was his
You're
room.
doing push-ups.
Yeah. it was,
build beer walls and I could ever break down,
it was
brother.
his room, the living room, the kitchen, and then where I was at. So they had 2 dividers.
All right.
But yeah, like it
Yeah.
wasn't that big of a deal because I was never there. I would go sleep, get up, and like 6. You know how PWG is.
Right.
Get online like at 7:00 in the morning, and I just I'd be gone.
Right.
He actually wrote a review. He's like, I didn't even know Joshua was there. He was so fucking quiet. I'm like, well, because I wasn't there, motherfucker.
What, so that if other people are looking up to see if they want to allow you?
Yeah,
there?
that's what they
Oh,
do.
okay.
Like it's
Wow.
like one guy wrote.
Yeah, there's.
Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, I was gonna say there's definitely like reviews because the person that's staying can review the person that does the Airbnb and
They
vice
want
versa.
you to. They
'Cause
make.
I definitely had some people get
They tell
get a
you
little
please-
pissy because they were like, I don't know where I'm staying. I'm like, bitch, you're the one who signed up for this.
They tell you, hey, write a little review. So like the first review was like, oh, he's so quiet, I didn't know he was there. The second review was like, I didn't even know anybody stood in this house, and it was great. So I'm like, I'm the man when it comes, because whenever I go to a hotel room, I try to use as little as possible to make it look like no one was in there.
Well, that's serial killer talk right there.
I know.
Yeah, that's a little concerning. Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. That's how I like to operate.
I've been watching a lot of Mindhunters, and you seem to be on that spectrum right there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Kind of a loner by yourself?
Yeah.
Yep. But you like to talk about it?
No.
Yeah.
I don't like talking at all.
Okay. Yeah, no, you like talking.
I don't.
You're on 2 podcasts a week?
Yeah. And you're all over
Not by choice.
all
they
over
asked me.
Twitter
And they gave me a fucking Switch for this one, which I'm happy about.
talking to wrestlers and webcam models.
Not webcam models.
You like their talk. 'Cause it always
You
pop-
did talk to a webcam model whenever
Yeah.
we did.
And at one point, you
episode
were
75 whenever we talked to
also
Sonny,
when you were
if you want to count that.
you were
I wasn't on that. I was just listening. I never asked.
also when you
okay.
share all your porn clips. That doesn't happen in
Okay,
a while.
that was my fault because I didn't know people saw that. But now it's
you
direct
have
message.
you have to direct message
Yeah.
those
because
clips.
like Doc's like, Josh, you're tweeting porn, right? I'm like, am I? I'm just tagging people. He goes, no, you're tweeting it out, bro. And I'm like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, when it says on Pornhub, do you want to send this to Facebook or Twitter? No, you just say no.
No, that was just on Twitter. But I think that's why Kelly Klein bitch blocked me because I was retweeting or I was commenting on porn.
Oh no. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is this the same person you're talking about blocking you and unblocking you?
No, that's
a new person.
No, that's a little connection. That's a connection. The Eskimo brother connection.
Oh. I didn't. Yeah.
All right.
I'll have nothing to do with that.
So we move along to D23, which is Disney's kind of big celebration and kind of promoting the things. I know with Disney Plus, there's a lot of news coming out, and they were dropping a lot more news with it launching here in November. The first thing they were talking about was Avengers Campus. So along with the Star Wars, they're going to have an Avengers thing, and starting in California first. And then moving to, some reason, Disneyland Paris. After that, they're going to have a couple rides. I guess the same thing with the Star Wars world is you're going to interact and be a part of a storyline as it progresses. And then they're also going to be starting their cruises with Star Wars. So if you want to get on a Disney World Star Wars cruise, and they're actually going to be stopping at a port, Batuu, which I'm not sure.
I think at this point, fucking George Lucas wishes he never sold the stake of Star Wars to Disney.
He wasn't going to do anything with it anyway.
But he would have made so much more money than what they gave him.
No, he wasn't going to do anything. He was done.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, if he was done, but he was letting people operate, they would still give him money. Like, he would still get money off of this.
Instead of selling it, he should have licensed it out or something like that.
Like with Spielberg, like the deal Spielberg makes with Universal and all that stuff. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
That's fucking mind-boggling.
Yeah.
That man's concession money from Universal Studios.
Well, you know that Spielberg also got a part of Star Wars money too, right?
I'm pretty sure.
No, they made a bet that whoever's movie did better, the other person would get the promotion for it. He was saying Jaws versus Star Wars, and
he knew what the fuck he was doing. He knew what the fuck he was doing.
Hey George, if your movie makes more than mine, I think Jaws is going to do a lot. How about you let me in on this?
Because that was the thing, though. Lucas went in thinking, I don't think this is going to do very well. But let me get the merchandising rights, and I'll take less money for directing it.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, yeah, we don't... Because they even thought the studio didn't even think it was going to make money. That's why like, hey, you could get the merchandise rights. Fuck, man.
Yeah. That's all he wanted to do was sell merchandise. He didn't care about anything else.
But look at that. All his fucking... You know his daughter's an MMA fighter, right?
George Lucas's daughter?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Who is she?
Something Lucas?
Well, yeah. I didn't know
Something Lucas.
Is she very manly?
It's like fucking Cyborg.
No, she's not. It's either... I think she's a lesbian, if I'm not mistaken.
Why does it matter?
Because usually lesbian fighters are really badass.
Amanda Lucas.
Her name Lucas.
It's a bad joke. It's a very bad joke.
It's Amanda Gloria Lucas. Okay.
What's up? Fuck all you guys.
He's team with the Star Wars, so.
Here it is.
Oh, she's married. No. No. But she likes you. Yes.
Hurt you?
Hurt you too.
No.
Yeah, no. She's the thick. Well, you like the thick girls, don't you?
I do.
All right. One of the other news is Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming back. Ewan McGregor. The show is gonna follow right after Revenge of the Sith and what he was doing leading up into A New Hope.
I'm under the impression Ewan McGregor was like, you know what, I'm going to make this shitty movie. I better get me a good payday. Oh, they want me to do an Obi-Wan show? No fucking problem.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Because I know this Birds of Prey movie is going to ruin my career.
Oh, God. Yeah, everyone get excited. Apparently the preview is going to come out with the Joker movie, so they're really tied it all in. I think
you already shit on this
movie. I don't know about the Birds of Prey movie, but I'm excited about the Joker.
We'll talk about the Joker here in a second.
You already shitting on the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie?
No, he's saying the Birds of Prey movie with him playing Black Bass.
Like, hey, we want you to do...
Oh, he is? I didn't realize that. Okay.
We were like, we'll do Birds of Prey. He's like, yeah, I'll do it, knowing damn well he's going to do the fucking Obi-Wan. Because I'm pretty sure he knew about this like a year in advance before he did that movie. He was like, all right, I'm going to do this shitty movie, but I know I got this fucking big payday with the show.
Right.
So that way when fucking the Birds of Prey movie is a flop, I got the Obi-Wan, you know?
I mean, especially if it looks anywhere close to how the Mandalorian's looking, which trailer looked really good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but that fucking trailer, I'm like, Yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
That IG-88 scene where he just like
he's
spinning around
yeah.
and shit, that looks fucking
Well,
incredible.
because they haven't really
That
done
was
anything
cool.
with that character.
Yeah,
so.
you had no idea
Yeah.
that he could even do that.
Yes.
So yeah,
This
excellent.
is not Boba Fett though. This is like the guy before Boba Fett or after Boba Fett.
The Mandalorians are a group, right? Kennedy probably knows all this, right?
Somewhat.
Never mind. They're like
but they are and I think Boba was the last of them, I do believe.
shoot, die, shoot, get him, died. That kid was the fucking
Are
worst.
you done?
fire.
Can we get to the
I
explanation?
hated that, man.
Oh, the Mandalorians are just like a group of like it's not a race, but they wear this armor that just
They're mercs.
kind of mercs. They're kind of like Shaolin warriors or something like that, but they're Mandalorian. That's what it is.
All right, so they're a group of fucking bounty hunters then.
Correct.
All right, that's all you have to fucking
Yes.
say.
And they all wear if you wear the outfits, you're part of the Mandalorian.
Okay, so basically Boba was one of them, and they cloned Boba or Jango.
No,
Django was the clone.
Jenga.
He wanted one older.
Django.
That was Boba.
All right,
Yeah.
And speaking of back up,
There's other
UFC,
Mandalorians because there's in Rebels there's a Mandalorian there.
and Rebels takes place.
Right.
after-
What are you doing going back to UFC?
I'm sorry,
What?
speaking of MMA, Gina Carano is actually going to be UFC or former MMA fighter
Strikeforce.
is going to be in Mandalorian. The
Oh
Mandalorian
yes,
show.
yes,
So,
yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm tying it all in.
full
Hey,
circle.
right. I was like, where is he coming back from this?
She's gonna fight George Lucas because it's his daughter in the fucking scene.
Oh
She's
man,
gonna be a pit fighter.
I
George
watched
Lucas's daughter's already been in one of the movies, so
was she?
she was in
She was
one of
an
the
Ewok?
prequels. No, she was Padme's one of her handmaids.
Oh, that's
So
right.
this was
that's
before
right.
she became a woman.
Jesus Christ. And now because of the Obi-Wan, I've gotten just my assholeness came out. There's this one website that just posts rumors. Like they have nothing to back it up, and they were just notorious. Somebody got the ring on their phone too. That's me then. Somebody must have walked by the door. That now
much security.
Darth Maul is gonna have his own. And I was like, "There's nobody said anything about Darth Maul." So if you see me, like if somebody posts it and it's like Get Out something, I forgot what it's called. It's all shitty rumors. Do not follow that website.
Doc hates when people post shit on blogs.
Yes,
Because,
if
like,
it's blogs and you
it's-
have like the comic, was it Comic Book World or whatever the one that
Comic book now.
yeah, no, something comic book resources or whatever, which now the head of it has now gone to DC, and I was like, wow, now we're just going to get clickbait on DC. They're notorious, just
But wouldn't
rumor
it make
mill.
sense though to have a Darth Maul given what happened at the end of Solo?
I was going to say, what is the timeline with Mandalorians and the
Yeah.
end of Solo? Because that could tie in if that is the case.
It's all in the same
Yeah,
time.
they said that.
Oh, it is?
Mandalorian
Okay.
and the Solo movie is kind of like within the same.
So
a couple
then-
of years. Actually, no.
I could see it being
But
a
there
rumor.
is no, there's
nothing to base it off of.
Yes,
They
yes.
said, what was the other one? Rogue Squadron and Mandalorian are a couple of years apart. That's what I think they said.
Because it was also like it was I think the same website or another one because he had posted about
It's Venom and
the Venom and Tom Holland had shot a movie and
Scene,
people were
scene.
a scene and people were like, oh, see, and Marvel nixed it, and it was like the guy from Collider or whatever the hell you pronounce that blog site. He was the one that talking about it, and I was like, you're not reporting that this came. Nobody, you have no sources except yourself.
Right.
So as a news person,
Well, there was
this
another
is bullshit.
source that he was on set though.
Was he?
Yeah, how they were like he's on set of the Venom movie.
All right. Well, then maybe he has some backup to that. Or are you making this shit up?
No.
Okay. All right. We'll move on.
Fucking asshole. The abuse I deal with
I've
from
missed
you
this.
on a daily
I've
basis.
missed. Like I had a good time when I called in the other, a couple weeks ago. But seeing the daggers you guys are just shooting at each other from across the table, I'm loving it. I miss it so much.
Always gotta fucking say something. You
That's
just-
how he follows it up. It's like, why do you got to do this?
Man, why do you have to fucking do this?
It's like I see something that seems humorous, and I'm like, and let me search for a tag, a GIF
And
that
then
I
he
can
like
throw.
talks to people like he knows them on Twitter, like people I only know. No, that can't happen because she's a.
Well,
fucking
you were
ass.
having a conversation, and I felt like I could interject, and I did. And I interjected on your fucking thing, so I wasn't
But still-
interjecting on the original thing.
still-
Yeah, it's all tied in.
Yeah, you have the option to not tie it in.
I mean, when you have
just
an
get-
online conversation on Twitter, like
You've
anyone could
taken
chime-
the
yeah,
right.
You're like
I'm weird like that. I don't
World
like.
Wide Web.
I always make sure like I always only respond to the person.
You would
that-
like if you lived in the '80s, you would probably be the guy on the party line, be like, "Get the fuck off the party line! Why are you talking on the party line?"
I wouldn't be on the party line.
You don't have a choice. It was just the way telephones were. Like you pick it up, and then someone is having a conversation.
I hang up the phone.
No, okay. Until the party line's over.
I don't even. What is this? Is this like fucking? I'm old talk here.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
So,
It is.
so you mean to tell me like if 3 people were on the phone, 2 in the
Jason
same house?
knows what the party lines were.
What?
My
No,
grandma
I
had to be
have no idea.
You're same age as me, Jason. Quit acting like you're younger.
What the fuck happened? to you
Okay,
then?
yeah, I definitely know a lot about the party line.
Like 2 people talking in the same house. And
No, what it is
Coke lines, bro.
I think it was in more of like rural areas where you didn't have a lot of direct lines, and
Yeah.
so they shared the lines with people, and so you could pick it up, and somebody's having a conversation like 3 doors down, and a lot of people would just listen in or just randomly.
Without you,
Yeah.
baby.
I don't think I ever like where I live because we were,
Yeah.
I guess, middle class. We didn't have that issue.
Okay, in New York we didn't have that.
I know because you
course
guys are
not
the
in New
center of the
York.
world.
Yeah. The city that never sleeps. We need a fucking party line.
Marvel Studios also announced we are getting a Miss Marvel TV series, animated TV series. I think I made it, right? That's what
I
I
thought it
have.
was live
No, I'm
action.
sorry, live action.
Yeah.
We're also getting She-Hulk, which some people are just weird about. I don't know.
This is fucking hilarious. We need to talk about this because this is fucking funny.
What, the She-Hulk thing?
Yeah, they
Okay.
literally like, why are they making it She-Hulk? And they honestly think they're turning the Hulk into a woman.
Really? So they have no clue
no,
that
no,
there's
no,
an
no, Jessica
established
Walters.
character?
No fucking clue.
Wow.
That goes to Hulk.
Stan Lee's like, cut that shit
Granny
out.
Hulk.
Yeah, like that's so fucking funny, right? I'm like, why does anybody like? I understand if you're bitching about the scene where it's like she's got help. I can understand that, but you're bitching about them making a TV show about a character that
That's
already existed.
inclusion.
Yeah,
That's inclusion. That makes
Now, I'm
me feel-
aware of like comic book fan, and I have some She-Hulk comics. She is Bruce Banner's cousin.
Cousin, correct.
How the fuck did she become She-Hulk? Was it
blood
like,
transfusion.
is that what happened?
Yeah,
I didn't have to do the
and
research.
she's a hoe.
What?
Yeah, she fucks a lot of people.
Well, look,
But how'd that make her? I mean, did she fuck her
That's
cousin?
part of
Oh,
what's
she
going to
fucked
make it
Juggernaut.
awesome as a series.
like when she gets horny, is that why she turns
No,
green?
she's
Or
like- no, she was already. She's permanently green.
oh, okay.
Yeah, she's always
She's got a
right.
blood transfusion.
Oh, okay. And
But
she's a
yeah.
lawyer also.
Yeah, she's a lawyer, but she's a hoe too.
She fucked Juggernaut.
Yeah, I remember that issue.
I mean, she would have to. Who else in the Marvel universe
That
could
was-
like
yeah.
satisfy?
Well, that was the
She-Hulk?
thing. He was like, oh, sometimes she finds out that Juggernaut, and she's like, oh my god, I'm attracted to him. Yeah, well, what do you think?
It's a
And
dick.
the next
Like-
scene is like he's laid up in the bed, and she's like, oh my god, the bed's all broken.
That sounds like a ultimate.
I think her or Black Widow are the biggest hoes in the Marvel.
I think she's a. She fucks with Luke. She's fucking
In the
it.
comic book?
Yep.
Is that Brian Mike Nichols or from this-
Brian. Well, no, kind of in Brian's first run, she didn't have sex with anybody. She was just dealing with her own crap.
Okay.
And she also married John Jameson.
Joe J. John.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was debating the movie.
Yeah,
And but you kind of
they said it's gonna be like PG-13. It's not gonna be. So I think we're gonna get like fucking Moon Knight in the suit, like the white suit and the tie. Like I think we get that Moon Knight.
Do you think it deal with like his
Really?
being
Not the
crazy
cape
and stuff like that?
I don't know, man.
Because he
like,
can be
that
very
run-
violent in the comics.
That run was really fucking good. That was the I fell in love with. Brian Hitch drawing and whatever.
Yeah.
That was really a good run.
You said, Doc, that was a very violent comic.
Yeah.
Did you read the Brian Hitch story where, I mean, he's using like those brass knucks with spikes and just fucking dudes
I
up.
read the first volume. I don't know who was writing it.
It's still is it now current? I know it's still going or
I
something.
don't know.
But is it still the same premise where you don't know if he's crazy or there actually is the god?
I don't know.
That's how I was reading it, and I don't know because I'm not the current one. But
By the way, Brian Hitch was the drawer, not the writer.
Yeah, he was the
I
artist
forgot
on
who was the.
Said
a lot of people did Ultimate.
Ultimatum.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Ultimate. Yeah. I'm
I was
sorry.
like, I know more like that.
That was the
He
art.
first from
Yeah.
Appalachia. He doesn't have any fucking like hair or anything like that.
Oh, really?
Propecia.
Propecia.
Appalachia. That's a
No, what's it starts with? What's it's
Alopecia.
alopecia.
Okay.
Right.
I said Propecia.
Yeah.
It is alopecia. Propecia is...
So are you
bald people
are you
without
worried about
alopecia.
Moon Knight? Like not conflict and Moon Knight would have been perfect.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
just glad I get to see it on. I get to see
You
it.
get to see
bro-
Moon
yeah.
Knight.
So I'd rather watch it than judge it. I'm not gonna roll my eyes until I see like the first episode.
Another thing we're also going to be getting is Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. It's going
That's
to
a
be
cartoon.
that is a cartoon. It's going to be produced by Lawrence Fishburne, who you've already talked earlier.
Apparently, she's the smartest person. She's the
She is,
smart
yes.
person in Marvel.
Yes,
So
but she's not part of the Illuminati. Isn't that where all the people go?
No, those are just like the people that control things, right?
Yeah, but aren't they like the smartest? You've got Reed Richards and
Some of the smartest, most powerful.
I
We got
think
Namor.
Black Bolt was smart.
No, but he's so powerful.
He's
He
like,
just
yeah.
says
How
like...
do you know? You can't say he doesn't talk.
Right.
And that's weird too, right? Because then he fucking sort of like translate. How the fuck does he communicate with people?
I think it was telepathic, wasn't it?
Yeah, with Professor X.
Like he's not allowed to. He can't speak or kill you.
No, here you
Right.
go.
But then you got like Namor, who's like one of the most powerful guys in the universe.
He's an
Oh, yeah,
asshole.
you know. You spent like $400.
No,
You get that dude.
$60.
That's right. Namor. 20
We
years.
finally have a date for Black Panther, and it's not going to be in February. It's going to be May 6th, so they're finally pulling away from pandering. Because Captain Marvel was pandering too. Because they did it during International Women's Month.
Yeah, who
When that
cares?
happens.
Of course.
So, it's true. That's why they did, people. Exactly. We're going to finally get another Muppet show. I like the Muppet live action one that came out on ABC. I just felt like it just... No, like the new one that came out.
It was
Especially...
basically The Office with
Yes,
the Muppets.
and I hate it, but I just feel like it had enough people watching it. But then back, it's going to be an unscripted short-form series. And they're going to be
like
bringing
The
guests.
Office?
No, they're going to be doing like guests, kind of like the
like a
original
variety show?
thing. Yeah, like a variety show.
Okay.
Do you know anybody who likes Miss Piggy?
Kermit.
No, I understand that. Yes, thank you. But I'm like a normal human who goes, I love Miss Piggy. Because it's just the worst.
I think women like her. Yeah, women-
Like just people self-absorbed with
Yeah.
themselves that think they're way better than they
Miss
should
Piggy
be.
doesn't give a fuck. No shame, you know. That's my girl.
No, she completely
Cardi
just...
B would like.
Oh,
Miss
yeah, you're right.
There you go.
Dirty joke was about Miss Piggy.
What was it?
Was green smells like pig?
Kermit
Kermit the Fuck's Fink? You ever heard that? I was
Oink.
5 and I heard that. And I didn't understand it, but I was telling everyone at a party. My mom's like, that's enough.
So with Disney Plus coming out, and we've already have DC Unlimited, will DC push for more original creations, or with the HBO Go Max, or are they going to just continue to fail?
I don't think they're gonna fail because said HBO Max taking over most of the stuff. They could have said, you know what, we're gonna absorb it, but we're gonna leave it as its own entity. But you can still watch stuff on there with HBO Max.
I think they should have absorbed it and then brought the Camelot catalogs, the comics in there.
That's why they said let's keep it its own entity because of that. So I think with HBO Max going, okay, maybe we can spend a little bit more money. Maybe we'll get Swamp Thing back. I know Stargirl's coming out soon.
Yeah.
So if that's successful, you know, they have to bring back Swamp Thing though. Swamp Thing was really
But
good.
see, they've got a lot of content coming out versus DC. It's slowly, though they've had some very good shows.
Yeah.
Already canceled with Swamp Thing.
I still say
It's already canceled?
Yeah, you got-
I heard nothing but great reviews.
But somebody fucked up. That's so funny.
It's weird who's the problem because DC is blaming North
Inside.
Carolina's tax thing, or their credit wasn't there, and so it was going to cost them more money. Where I wish I knew where they were filming North Carolina because they looked like Louisiana. Yeah, it was very swampy in that. And then North Carolina's like, no, that wasn't our fault.
It was DC's fault. Somebody, from what I was told from someone in Los Angeles, they said that someone filed the paperwork wrong. They put a period where they weren't supposed to put a period. That's exactly. He was telling me that. I was like, oh shit. He actually put on Twitter. I don't know if a private account or public. But he was like, yeah, somebody fucked up with the filing. They put the wrong decimal point somewhere, and that's what fucked them over.
It's that much money
Yeah.
that
But
they're
then
not
They were
gonna
supposed to
let-
$20 million back in incentive, and they didn't.
But then why just completely kill it? Like, try to find, like, especially if the show did well, we already go ahead and say it's canceled after the second episode. You've got
From
people
what
that are.
I read, it was that, and also is it Greg Bernhardt? How do you say his name?
Bernard? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Bernard wanted to take it a different, and they were like, no, we don't want to do that. And even the actors were like,
Oh, he didn't want to take the dark.
yeah, he
like,
wanted to
horror.
make it like a romantic.
Oh, God,
yeah.
I hate all this fucking CG
So,
bullshit.
They were like, we don't want to do that, and he's like, well, it's my say. And I guess DC, the heads
What if
up
we
at
could
Warner
ship
Brothers-
Blue Devil and Swamp Thing together?
Yeah,
Wasn't it in the comic that Swamp Thing and his chick, like, they ended up, like, fuck whatever, like, he had to eat, like, one of his tumors or something so he could experience what he had? It was so pretty
that
up, man.
happens in the show, but
does
not
it?
with a woman. The guy who
Swamp Thing.
becomes Florentine Man, if I'm saying,
yeah.
he's like, I must experience what he is. He eats like a part of his heart or liver and becomes Florentine. And I'm like, I don't think that happens.
No, in the comic, like, and I could be wrong. I was in the comic, like, the blonde chick he loved or whatever,
Right.
ate like one of his like fucking bully tumors or something. Experienced what he was, and it was like her version of having sex shit.
Because we also, with that show, like, they introduced, like, they even, was it Kay? Like, they got introduced, but I don't think they did anything with it, right?
No.
And it was like, it was a kind of random thing that.
But in the first season, so I couldn't like,
But they were throwing light connections to
Yeah.
it and then be like, I'm done.
Even if that last episode didn't seem like a finale, it just seemed like, all right, we've established that we're heroes and we have to fight the bad guys. And you see the end credit scene where they introduce Florentine Man, you're like, if I'm saying it right, you're like, oh, there's gonna be more, right? This can't be the last episode, right?
No.
Nope.
But maybe they can come back.
I hope so. I think it will. And it goes back to what I was saying before, right? With Marvel, they have to ask permission to do everything. And Warner Brothers and DC doesn't have to do that because they own all the rights to everything.
No, that's true.
So it's like you can do whatever the fuck you want and have no problem.
Yeah.
So, you know, so hopefully Titans does good enough where they're like, you know what, let's take a chance and start expanding on this universe.
Okay, have you watched any of the DC Unlimited?
No, I don't like DC.
Wow, just draw that line in the sand.
Where's the hang-up button? Where's the hang-up button?
Can't hang up on that. Oh, no, actually, we can't. He's on Skype. We can just get rid of him. They'll keep Jason on there. Jason, have you watched DC Unlimited?
I have not. I've heard good things about all of them. I know the Swamp Thing, like, that entire swamp was like a set, and that was part of the big fixes. That's why I had to cancel as well. But I see that coming back. I see them expanding as much as they can so they can just have content, because they don't have a whole lot of content, really.
One thing that confused me about Swamp Thing is those people love going out in the swamp at night. So I'm like, that just doesn't seem safe.
Yeah, it doesn't, right?
It's like going down a shady
Like, people
south
get
end
murdered.
like little area, or it's like something's gonna
It's like
kill you
Somebody died in the swamp. I gotta go out there
at
Why
night.
not at night.
They never go during the day. It's like we gotta wait.
Somebody disappeared at night. Well, I gotta go there at night.
Yes.
Well, because aren't they also doing a Sandman? Is it a series? Is it going to be a part of
That's Netflix.
that, or is that going to be Netflix? That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
if
so
that was
I don't think it's going to be tied
different.
into
I know
anything.
it's a
Joseph
Vertigo
Gordon-Levitt's unattached
line
to
out
it.
there.
Yeah, he was really pushing for that. So no, I think Gaiman is back on helping produce
Gaiman's difficult to work with too, right?
that. No, I don't think so.
I heard because he was like an asshole to be with on Stardust, because that's something else that he.
Oh,
wrote.
was he? Yeah.
Yeah, I heard there was
What
reports.
do you think? He's a writer. That's
It's almost
sorry.
like English.
I'm
people.
sure he's pretty eccentric.
Yes, very.
He's
You're
no
very
Alan
close.
Moore, but
He wrote a few really good Doctor Who episodes.
I feel like people make Alan Moore comic book movies to piss off Alan Moore. Like, oh, really? Let's make another one of his properties.
He'll talk about it.
But you know what? Credit to him, because whatever you want to pay me, just give to the artist. So credit
there you
to
go.
But isn't he going to have his own universe series made?
No, I think that's.
Is it
Mark
Alan Moore
Millar.
or is that
Mark Millar?
Oh, Millar with Millar World.
Yeah,
that is
when
Millar.
Yeah, they still haven't released any. They've already made comic books based upon the Netflix creation, but the shows haven't started yet.
I think they're just waiting to see how it pans out with Marvel.
Well, if it's Millar, he'll just give up about 3 episodes in, and
He's
then
like the
goes to work on
nicest
something
guy.
else.
I think
He's like worse than Kevin Smith in regards to keeping up with his.
Rob Liefeld?
Yes.
They don't need him though. It's like what happened with fucking what's the fucking show on HBO? True Blood. Like the guy was like, "Well, I don't want to do it because you're taking my show."
Oh,
in a
Alan
different-
Ball.
Yeah, you're taking my show in a different route. I'm sorry, the lady. And
Oh, yeah.
we own the rights. We can do whatever the fuck
Charlene
we
Harris.
want.
Oh, yeah, no, they went a totally different
Yeah,
way
so
from
they
the book.
They just did whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah, they have. You, that's the whole point. You got the rights to it. You do what your creation is.
But I think Netflix is just waiting to see how Disney's whole thing pans out and see how they could combat it. So
Didn't Disney just announce that they're going to do $4 a month?
You got to sign up for a 3-year pass, and you got to sign up for the D23 membership, which they do have a free one. But yes, you can. I think it's $130, and you would get it for, and it's $4 a month is what it would be.
We're just waiting for the fucking Hulu, ESPN Plus,
Right, for like
package.
$12.99.
$12, there you go, Playboy. Fuck that.
yeah. That's
And
what
they
that's
fucked
what
up.
I'm doing.
There was like, 4 devices can stream at the same time, and you could have 7 profiles.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, everyone's eating for free on Joshua's account. All right.
Well, send me your head.
Tell me what it is. There's 2 of us right
Yeah.
here.
No, I already have people already using the Hulu account, so they got tips.
So the biggest news that came out this week is they're making a Flamin' Hot Cheetos movie.
This is not a joke. I looked this up. I thought this was a joke. This is real.
What?
The son of a Mexican immigrant, Richard was a janitor at Frito-Lay when he came up with the idea of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. His creation, inspired by the flavor of his community, revitalized the company and helped the company boom up to a pop culture phenomenon. And so the person behind directing this will not be only it will be Eva Longoria when we're talking about Hot Cheetos.
AKA the guy Tony Parker cheated on
The woman.
No, I said Tony Parker cheated on
Oh, yeah,
another
he
guy.
did, yes.
Like, you look at her and look at Eva Longoria, like, what the fuck were you thinking?
It's not a production deal at Fox, which means Disney owns the rights to the Flamin' Hot. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with the line. Just don't.
It's the spirit of the Cheetos ghost.
It's
The
just,
flaming Cheetos.
that's actually one of the Wi-Fi lights, but I think something is going crazy. And
John
it
Madden
shouldn't
didn't
be.
like that fucking
No,
joke
that
y'all
was
made.
No,
long
Pat
time
Summitt.
ago. If you're also wondering what kind of things she's going to be doing, she's getting big into direct and producing. She's got Universal's 24/7, which stars Kerry Washington, and then the one I'm super excited by, it's my daughter's quinceañera that Universal is going to be releasing.
Jesus Christ, I feel bad for us bad people.
Man.
God, we were gonna have a rough. Seriously,
J-Lo's coming back, so you're going to get more.
Somebody said to themselves, "Let's make a movie about flaming Cheetos."
Yes.
I didn't even know the people that
This
made
is very
Cheetos
weird.
was.
Dude, they're making a documentary about Between Two Ferns.
Well, no,
That
no,
makes sense, though.
no, it's not a documentary. It's a movie on the
A
show.
mockumentary?
Yeah, it's just like he's trying to shoot 10 more episodes so they can maybe make it into a network deal.
Okay, but that
It's-
makes sense because he's weirdo. But this doesn't make any sense because really,
Like, who's sitting around going, yeah, man, I kind of wondered what happened to the guy who made Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
But my thing is, though, if they never came out with Flamin' Hot Cheetos, they would have went under. Like, is that what you're trying to say?
I don't think they would have established themselves as well as they are now.
Who the fuck eats Flamin' Hot Cheetos? Do you?
There's
eat
a
Flamin'
lot
Hot
of people
Cheetos?
that
I do
do.
like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Yeah, I know a lot of people that like them. You don't?
We don't have the skin color for the
That's-
Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I'm not going to say it's anything dark in here, but...
I shit you not. I've never seen anybody eat those things. I know they put them on burgers, like certain like.
That's weird. Like
Joshua, go ask your black friends. Do they like Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Hold on, I'm gonna ask one right now.
Okay, go ahead.
I love Flamin' Hot
Are you
Cheetos.
calling or texting?
No, I'm not calling.
I think you should call.
Put him on speaker.
Call Isaiah.
I don't have his number. That dude changes his number so
does he?
often. Yeah, who knows what it is?
So many women.
This is gonna backfire on me so bad. But he won't probably pick up the phone. Hold on, where is he?
Dude, I can't believe you've never ate Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
I'm not.
Hey, do you want Colt Cabana's number 2, Chris?
I do need. You gave me. You
I
gave me
did.
someone else's. We should call him because that dude owes me a phone
I'm
call.
calling.
You never contacted him?
No, I should.
That
Let's
was
call him.
funny.
Text him right now.
So we're going to find out if this is
Like,
true. Go ahead, Jason. They don't hear
I'm
you.
so upset. I didn't even know there was a Flamin' Hot Cheeto movie coming out. Like I'm over here like busting my ass trying to make money on an independent movie, get my ass kicked and tortured, and
They're
we
making
can't
a
get any budget. They're making a fucking Flamin' Hot Cheeto movie.
Is like Chester
All right.
Cheetah the
You know
main
what?
star?
No. It's a documentary about like a
Wait, what?
Oh, so it's a documentary about like the birth of the Flaming Hot Cheeto.
correct, but not like documentary,
You know what
but more
really
like
bothers
a Queen's documentary, whatever those are called, biops.
Right. Okay.
This is the shit
What?
fucking entertainment that the movie Idiocracy warned us about.
Yo, let me ask you a quick question. I got you here on the podcast. Do you like Flaming Hot Cheetos?
I used to when I was younger.
All right, forget it. I lost. I'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot. Bye.
He's like, what the fuck?
See, that answer was yes when he had to stop and go, why is this question being asked to me?
Yeah, he knows something's up. Like, wait, what?
He said when he was younger, he was stupid.
Who's like, oh, when I was younger?
Because nobody eats
He
that.
outgrew that shit.
No, they do. There's people that do eat that.
Dude, the person I know that likes it the most is a white girl. So I think that debunks the black people
She like
theory.
black dudes?
She's with a ginger, so I don't think so, man.
Oh, the redhead.
She's cheating on him.
Yeah.
Are we establishing that the exact opposite of black guy is ginger?
You think about it? Yes.
I'm done with
They're
this
they're almost translucent.
shit. I'm a back
lucid.
row heckler exclusive now.
All right, guys. TV news as we get out of our racist talk. Adam Weingard is looking to direct the Event Horizon series for Amazon, along with The Expanse, and now The Boys have been out. There's a couple other new shows that are going to be coming out, and one of the big news is Paul W.S. Anderson's classic sci-fi horror Event Horizon. If you've not seen it, it is a weird fucking movie, but it's actually very entertaining. The premise is when you go through a black hole, it can pull things in that shouldn't be there.
Demons.
Yes, demons and everything
Black
else.
hole.
Yeah.
Sam
we were
Neill's
done
a
talking
fucking
about
bad guy.
So yeah, if you've not seen the movie, go find a copy to watch.
Just Google
Crow, you got a
movie.
VHS copy of it somewhere, don't you?
Oh, I absolutely do.
Yeah, yeah. No.
Okay. Yeah, of course I do.
No, he collects those.
I know, you
Yeah,
tell me this
yeah.
every fucking
He
time.
does. Because it always amazes me that he collects them.
Like, I've met the man numerous times, never says anything about VHS, but you, on the other hand, oh, you know, he collects VHS, right?
Again,
Jason, I got a question.
you definitely like promote that way more than I do.
It's a unique thing. I was just like, but he collects VHSs.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the
with all your
Disney
VHSs,
ones.
do you still have the old Disney blister pack movies?
There you go.
No, here's Kennedy.
Me, yeah, I definitely. I have a bunch of
Diamond,
them.
you have the Black Diamond
Okay.
ones?
Do they still fucking snap in and out? Because I always thought that shit had to dry rot over the years.
Some dry rot, some definitely snap. I do have some of the Black Diamond ones, but they are definitely not worth what everybody says are worth. Because I'll sell shit out of those if you get something.
My aunt does.
If you don't know who Adam Weingart is, I bet Crow actually probably knows. He's a huge horror fan. He did segments on VHS, VHS 2. He directed The Guest, Your Next, Blair Witch, and he did the live action Death Note, which I actually liked. I didn't think it was.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
You're Next?
Yeah,
Oh, man, that's not really a horror film, though.
it is a horror film.
Your Next isn't really a horror film.
How do you what?
It's
It's a decent movie.
It's a decent fucking, like...
Do people die in it?
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a horror movie. People died in fucking Endgame. That wasn't a horror film.
It could be considered a horror film.
Not really.
Yes, it was.
What?
That sounded like a horror film.
That
Your Next,
definitely sounds like
that shit was
horror
more
film.
of a comedy.
He's one in charge of Event Horizon.
Yes, he is.
He's a
All right. I mean, that's gonna be. It's just gonna have to be high.
Well, yeah, if you're talking about with the Evan seems to be putting some money towards again with the boys. Carnival Row just started, which you were like me when I was watching it, going, "Oh, I sometimes have a hard time getting into fantasy because one, these worlds are just all these words that I've never used in my life, and they're throwing them at you, and then they pull a Game of Thrones, and they're like, it's titties, and I'm like,
I was gonna say.
I'm good now, okay."
Do they show Mean Girls?
I just want to see if
What?
that Cara, what's her
Cara
name?
Delevingne?
Yeah.
She gets naked in it, so that's the only.
There's a
thing I
lot
wanna
of
see.
fucking weird.
chicks get naked in that.
Yeah.
My uncle
so-
was explaining it to me, and I was like, I'll watch it. Cause
It's
you
like
told me to
fairies,
watch it.
right?
Yes,
Shit.
like
mythological.
like
Or-
fairies are
Yeah.
like immigrants, and they think because of them, because of the fairies, are bringing some evil with them, and that's what the white society doesn't.
What are they doing?
like.
Building a wall and shit? Like,
Not yet.
right over.
No, they're just murdering them. And everything.
Chutalu, or whatever the fuck his name is. Like they show like a creature that looks like him in the promotional picture.
I haven't seen it yet. No.
It's like it looks like a big fucking Chutalu, whatever the fuck it is.
Chutalu,
How the fuck you say his name?
Cthulhu.
Yeah,
Cthulhu?
Cthulhu.
Sorry, he
keep fucking with me, Kenny. Look at what I do to Doc. when
yeah,
I
he
see
walks in.
it.
He's like, "You got skinny legs, fat guy."
I do have skinny legs.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I got another guy calling back. Hold on.
Oh, was that the first guy?
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, hold on.
Well, we're taking a break.
Hold
Hold
on. Did you eat flaming hot Cheetos?
Nah.
Thank you very much.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Now we're 50%. Damn, damn,
Event 500.
damn. Well, now it's inconclusive, people.
We gotta get it.
Along with the other Amazon shows, apparently James Wan is coming back with I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay. Is it gonna be a fisherman, but rather a longshoreman?
Look, in the second one was
This is
oh, this okay. When I saw Brandy on the bus, like I'm done. Nope.
The movies
I hate
and say
Brady.
something shut the fuck up because that's fucking throughout.
Is that the one where was it Black was the white Jamaican or something? Wasn't there like a white Jamaican? Was it Jack Black?
I think so.
And then Nick Frost and Simon Pegg's going to be doing a paranormal horror comedy called Seekers. That's going to be coming on there also. So it sounds like Amazon some good stuff.
Well, I think because of the success of the boys, like, you know what, we should invest more in the TV stuff. Jack
Well, yeah.
Ryan was really good.
I haven't watched Jack Ryan.
Yeah. Well, they had the Man in the High Castle. That was good.
Yeah, that was, I've
but
been told to watch it.
they really didn't do much other serious stuff until recently.
Yeah.
They weren't really promoting it.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, I kept talking about The Boys before it came out. I was like, guys, I need to watch it. And I see people like 3 weeks later, what's the show The Boys? It's so good. I'm like, fuck you.
It kind of goes back to like Disney, just like everyone stepping their game up to combat Disney.
You got to, because it's going to pull a lot of viewership. But, I mean,
Not necessarily because like if
I don't think Amazon or Netflix is going to lose viewers because they're
if
going
they
to keep.
change their model.
Well, Amazon's not going to because the price of what you paid for your shows is still your free 2-day delivery,
Right.
Your music library, your book library. There's
That's all
so
lumped
much,
in.
and that's why I try to explain to people. It's like there's just more than just the video library with Amazon. And then Netflix has already established themselves, so they're not too. Hulu would have been the only one that would have gone under, and they're just like, no, we're with you. We're good. So I don't think DC Unlimited would be the only one that would probably die and just get eaten up
You
by
just
HBO
fucking
Max.
hate DC, motherfucker.
No, not Kennedy. I actually like their
Yeah,
stuff.
it's gonna stay. Trust me.
I just want more content.
Now, if fucking Marvel, like, doing the Marvel comic book library with fucking thing, then DC's probably in trouble.
Oh, I'd love that.
I would.
Oh shit, yeah.
I'm waiting for one comic book company to be like, you know what? Give us a monthly membership. We'll give you 5 comic books at a time. New ones.
Like new ones?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be hard.
I think someone's going to do it.
But that would kill the comic stores.
Fuck them.
Okay, wow.
It's gonna happen.
I live with my grandmother. I can't collect comic books anymore.
Well, I
This is
mean, as you know, if any of you have gone to any comic book stores, they're changing their formula and becoming more of vinyl toys, Funko Pops, board games, and then a lot of them are trying to host those events to get them in, and then hopefully you buy a cook.
Friday Night Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
Nobody cares. Moving on.
That's a huge pool right now. Or any kind of new deck release. These companies are hopping on that train.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Oh, he's allowed to talk. Speaking of DC, Krypton and Lobo series are done.
This is old news, Doc.
I know. I was pulling like stuff we hadn't talked about, so back the fuck up. Right. Jesus Christ.
Giving me shit about, you heard it was good.
Yeah,
Josh gets one fucking.
But I want to talk about this because Joshua points out he's like, "Oh, they're already canceling it. I was gonna watch that. I heard good things."
I watched the first season. Like,
okay.
well, somebody brought me a fucking Fire Stick when they were supposed to bring it. I would have watched it.
So was it a good series?
Yeah, it was. The first episode was kind of like slow, but then after that, it was picking up. And the second season, for what I was reading and what people were telling me, was they were like, yeah, let's just go balls to the walls. But they were actually keeping within the lore of fucking Superman. So they introduced Lobo, but it made sense why they introduced Lobo. They introduced fucking at the last episode they introduced yeah. But the way they did it was a smart way because they actually if anybody knows how Doomsday was created, was it kept dying and evolving, and they shut that process. And then they introduced is it Thanagarians? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Hawkman's people? It's called Thanagarians.
Hawkeye?
Right? No,
Hawkman and
Hawkman?
Hawkwoman and shit.
Yeah, at the last episode, you see Thanagarians, if I'm saying it right, flying, and also you see the Apocalypse logo in blood.
Ooh.
So it's like season 3 was kind of going to go into like some dark side shit, and everyone was hyped, but then
Steppenwolf.
They were like, no, we're going to cancel it because it costs too much money to make. So that's an opportunity for fucking HBO Max and the to bring it back. I feel bad for the Lobo fucking thing because the Lobo guy was like a standout star.
Oh, so
he was like the fucking Homelander of fucking.
So he made it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go.
Fuck you.
I don't know they're not, but Breaking Bad's got a movie coming out.
Why do we need a Breaking Bad movie?
That's what I wanted to bring up. Is are we all fans of Breaking Bad?
Yes.
I watched it. I enjoyed it. Matt's not a fan.
I loved it.
Okay. So, and then, the funny thing is that show took me 3 seasons before I would like watch it and drop it and watch it because I was like, this is such a depressing show. It took me to the 3rd season. And I'm like, okay, I'm sold. I'm good. Can this fuck up the lore of Breaking Bad?
I would say yes
this movie,
if they didn't do such a good job with Better Call Saul.
So you're saying because that show is a good show that this could fuck up the direction?
No, I'm saying that it has. Since Better Call Saul did well, that means that adding shit to the universe is a possibility without fucking it up.
Now, were you all sitting around wondering what Jesse Pinkman is doing, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I did.
I mean, it ties up a loose end.
Like where he went?
Yeah, like what happened to him.
Okay.
And you don't know, like, if those, I believe, Aryans or white supremacist people,
That's what they seem like.
they probably were, were going to look for him.
Well, they killed most of them, didn't
Yeah,
they?
but it's like, those people had to have known people.
Did
I mean, if they had a network of
So
people kill people at the same exact time in 4 different fucking prisons, I think there was more than one.
Did Fat Matt Damon, did he die in
Yes.
the... Okay.
He strangles him or he chokes him to death.
Okay, yes, that's what I thought.
I'm Fat
Yeah.
Matt
So
Damon.
the
Do you know who
movie
we're
takes
talking about,
place
Cliff?
after the last episode.
Hold on. Look, you got to look.
Well, it's both, from what I understand.
Did you ever see Vice?
It's both okay.
It's
Yeah, I was
look at
curious
this guy
as to
looks like
what-
Matt Damon, and when he was on the show, he looked like a chubby. Now he's skinny, and now Matt Damon's fat. Matt
Game
Damon.
Night. I don't know if you saw that piece of shit.
So, from what I understand, it's gonna have like scenes with Walter, but it's gonna be cutbacks.
Flashbacks.
Flashbacks, you fucking moron.
What the fuck's a cutback?
That's a Rickyism. Yeah, that's a Rickyism.
Sasquatch.
Fucking cutbacks, bro. It was a cutback. I had a cutback just now. Cutback Friday.
Jesus Christ! If you do not dress up as Ricky,
That's the goal for the concave.
Was he on Breaking Bad?
yes,
Yeah, he was
Was
the
he?
he was the
Yeah.
one that killed Brock's mother.
yeah.
In front of no, he didn't do it in front of Brock. He told Brock walked away.
Oh yeah,
He doesn't look. That guy doesn't look like Matt Damon to you.
No, they got him side by side. In
Oh,
that
okay,
picture,
thanks.
so yeah, absolutely.
Well, that helps. Yes.
All right.
You're talking about the guy who killed the kid on the methylamine run, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's
Because the
interesting
kid saw him.
just to see what the fuck. I'm interested in knowing what the fuck this is gonna be about. Does he die at the end? You think?
Well, I guess so.
I mean, the cops are looking for him though, because from that trailer,
what ending could he deserve?
Was Jesse worse than Walter in your opinion?
No.
No.
See, for me, I thought Walter White was a hero
How?
because
Hey.
he was
No,
in a
he was
situation. He was in a
definitely a
situation
villain.
where he had to do what he had to do to keep himself.
Well, he did that. The problem
Can I
was.
fucking talking,
Oh,
motherfucker?
I'm sorry. Go
No.
ahead.
He did what he had to do to keep his family, taken
No.
care of before
Wait.
he died.
But
So,
No.
but
he did not want anyone taking ownership of
His own creation?
His own creation.
Yeah, because
he wanted to
They
create.
give him. But no, okay. Fucking season 1, that guy and girl, the rich people, wanted to give him everything that he deserved for being part of their company, and he fucking refused. He did
Oh,
that
that's
himself.
true.
He's not a hero.
No, because he was just like, I don't want your fucking sympathy.
But he could have stopped and
And-
had enough money.
He got greedy.
right.
I don't think he got
No
greedy.
He didn't get greedy. He wanted his
He
legend.
went power hungry.
It was
Yeah.
just
what he
Well,
did.
They showed that because
let's
when he
not
stepped
forget-
away from the
Let's
company,
not forget, I mean,
and they took
he
over.
sold meth, so I mean,
so do a lot of
Ta-da.
people. Okay,
I
Jason.
mean, if you wanted to sell,
Why you gotta be pointing fingers?
Yeah,
Some people gotta make money.
when you have a bitch of a wife like Skylar,
Ooh.
It was fucking
God, I hate-
her.
I could not stand her at all.
I fucking hated that lady. I hate her. That lady just plays bitches. She was a bitch on fucking Deadwood, and she was a bitch on fucking Breaking Bad.
Was she bad in Broadchurch?
I never watched that.
Oh, the American version. I think she was on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hold on, was she? Let's think back to this. Was she a bitch to him before she found out about everything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
When?
because
Yeah,
she
I
was
was pretty
cheating
sure
on
she was, yeah.
him. and
She
then
cheated on him afterwards.
No, before she
She
found
was
out.
an asshole to him afterwards because she was like
She
fucking
was-
mother of the year before that.
Nah, she was a bitch. I was like, this lady's a fucking bitch. This poor guy.
How was she Mother of the Year?
Oh, she had the fucking.
Because
Take
she
care
was
of
like,
Walter Jr.?
she made
Is that your
breakfast
life in
every
real life?
morning.
Yes.
She made his fucking birthday pancakes and bacon and was like trying to take care of him. Like she was a
sucking
good
a
woman.
dude's dick, man.
But didn't she-
After
she
Walter
didn't-
was pulling his shit and being very secretive with her.
Wouldn't you if you were making money on the side like that? And then, you know what was the happiest moment of my life watching that show? When fucking the brother-in-law got. I was so fucking happy.
the cop
Yes.
at the end.
I was so happy.
He was trying to do his job, dude.
He was such an I hated him the
Well, he wasn't
first
an
one.
asshole,
No,
but-
he was an asshole. I hated him.
I liked him before he got injured and started being a fucking prick.
He was so, I'm like, oh god. He's like, like, just laughing and I was like, God, I hate this guy. When he got shot, I was yes. I was like, I was like fucking Matt Hughes after I beat BJ Penn. I'm like,
No, best death in that show is fucking Gus when he's walking out of that room.
Oh man,
how the fuck does that guy beat up Keith Jardine in a fucking bar?
have half his face blown off. That was.
And
that
he's
was
fucking still alive. With half of
adjust
his
his
face
tie and
blown off.
everything. He was like, I got to look good
Yeah.
before I drop dead. That was all right.
See, I felt
Right.
good. I felt bad for Gus because he was trying to do the shit with his brother, and fucking Manolo from fucking Scarface killed his brother.
Yeah, that was a good piece of directing there, is to make you actually care about Gus for a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, I guess.
And then fucking, nobody was talking shit when Walter killed the fucking guys that were selling drugs to the kids and whatever. He ran them over with the Aztec. Right? See, Walter was a fucking hero, right?
Until he wanted to establish his name. He did not want anybody to take credit for what he did.
And I think
It'd be Heisenberg.
Yeah, everybody would do the same thing.
Well, that was the whole cool. That was the pull about that whole show. That like you see it and you feel bad. This guy has lung cancer. He's gonna do everything he can. He's just a fucking school teacher, has no money. He's gonna sell meth because he's a brilliant scientist. So like he's making ends meet. He's doing whatever, and then it just kind of goes on that roller coaster where like he's a piece of shit. Oh, okay, I totally understand. We're going back, but then boom, he's a piece of shit. He runs over drug dealers. Oh, that's good. But then he comes down to being
when
a
he
piece of
kills Jesse's girlfriend, dude. When he kills Jessica Jones.
shit. Right. Yeah, that was. I remember when that happened.
See, I have a
was like,
conversation. Yeah, I have a conversation with my girlfriend Stacy. She's like, it's such a horrible thing. And I said, but she was dragging
before hose?
No, but she was dragging Jesse down.
She's feeding the addiction of
Jesse would have probably died of an overdose
Yep.
anyway, and he knew the only way he was going to stop is he had to let her die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
I could see that.
Hero.
It was horrible to happen, but he would have.
Look, didn't Jesse get her back into doing drugs?
Yes.
So,
Hero.
So when she got back into it, it's like, let's keep doing this, Jesse, and you have unlimited amounts.
so you know that was the thing, was he got her back on weed ever. She came up to the fucking next level too.
He's
They did
what?
morphine, weren't they?
Weed's not a gateway drug.
It's not a gateway drug.
It's not a gateway drug.
Pitter patter.
Wasn't that show?
All right. So then, like I said, the video game and comics. I brought up this article because this would probably be close to Chris' class here.
I'm a little upset here. Now that class has been on the show, you haven't done introductions with the fucking soundboard.
No, I'm just moving through quickly.
Yeah.
So do you want?
Complains about music.
Thank you. I'll be right there.
All right, so video game news. Jakara Action Arcade Wrestling is going to be coming out this fall on the PC. Jakara, ain't it? Jakara?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, don't correct me, motherfucker, when I say it correctly. I heard enough from him when I won the back row headquarters. I know how to fucking say it.
Why are we even talking about Jakara's wrestling game?
It's up to tell you.
Because class is a big fan of Jakara.
No,
Not anymore?
necessarily.
You
I
used to talk about it a lot, but
We
maybe
talked about a lot of New Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, New
See,
Japan.
hey, because it sounds Asian doesn't mean it's a fucking thing.
it is Asian.
Not-
It's not.
I don't know.
No, it's an American company.
Oh, never mind.
It is
Oh,
out of Pennsylvania.
But actually, real quick, it's a very cool run company. It's very hip-light and fan-friendly. The game looks atrocious, but it's cool.
It looks bad.
It's cool that games need more than one fucking wrestling game.
It looks like old school Fire Pro Wrestling.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
okay.
necessarily.
Never mind. It doesn't look Fire
Let me
Pro
see.
Wrestling at all. Hold on.
It's
It's 2D shading type-ish. It looks cool, but it's gonna
Fire
be
Pro, but it's like an
Yeah.
It looked Fire Pro.
Okay.
It's just he doesn't
Well,
fuck
no,
out.
I know
speaking
what
of
Fire
wrestling
Pro
games,
looks like, motherfucker.
and EW. There was a video game, and a while back, we put something about what's that?
Oh, but you
Yeah, maybe.
WWE brought them.
no,
I would understand too.
they got bought.
Oh.
They used to make. They make WWE 2K.
It's updated. I think that but it looks very Fire Pro.
They two got
I mean,
bought,
that's definitely Fire Pro right there.
or they went
I can see
under.
Fire Pro for sure.
And then that's when the 2K took it. Because I went to buy the one was like the one, and it went under. So the whole thing, I do games. I remember
Oh, shit, okay.
One actually videos.
And this game's gonna go to a 2-button pro, so we'll
Yeah,
wrestle.
it's gonna be fun. I don't think it's successful. We're just car fans on the one, right? Because they want to play the
So PC games, you've already.
Oh, okay.
It should have been released.
Eliminate the third
Yeah,
market.
you should have put it on. That.
Nah,
Look, it
I'm-
looked like an EPS Switch game, and
Yeah,
it should
I'm
be.
pretty sure it's gonna come out for all systems.
So maybe depending on how well it's selling the PC on
Because if
Steam.
Gen 7 Pops will get
Is it? What kind of that?
Scrolling fighting, scrolling action.
Like Blood and Chronic.
There's
All
Blood.
right, okay. Is it new Blind characters? Or the old
No,
one?
it's just Jay and Bob fighting together. Rage, like that.
Is this they're gonna be in? Because right.
Because you have Kenny with.
I was thinking about it as I was driving yesterday. Like I to on conventions when stuff, and they the question to ask him, how do you feel about allowing a kid to really try acting on their own, but not put her in your movies, and then created it for?
Because people do that.
Rob Zombie.
Like,
No, what do you mean with Rob Zombie? I mean,
His
just
wife.
well, I mean, so does
Sherry Moon Zombie.
does Tim Burton with every girl he's dating. You can always tell who he's dating by who's the main
wasn't he
actress.
still
Really?
Helen Bonham Carter?
Oh, that's Eva Green. I guess who's in most of his movies now?
He's fucking no.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he's lucky, man. She does like nerds though, so it makes sense.
Helen Bonham Carter's not bad either.
Nah, the one he had before Helen Bonham, the one he left.
Lisa Marie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was fucking hot.
She had some big old
Nice
titties.
titties, yeah.
Yes.
He's really with fucking Eva Green.
Yes, you always can tell who he is dating by who his main actress is.
No.
Yes, it's Eva Green. That's who he's dating.
Fuck. Didn't he get with Helen Bonham Carter?
You can do that and then go fuck other people.
Not if you're that fucking old.
No, how old do you think he is?
He's in the 60s, right?
Yeah, I think he's maybe late.
Dude, that
50s.
guy's like the best fucking director to have a deal. You still have to pay him even if he doesn't direct a movie.
Oh, you mean with the name, like if he produces or something? Or
No,
what
it's
do you
just like, hey, we want you to do a movie. All right, well, you have to pay me up front.
mean? Oh, really? He takes-
Yeah, fucking Kevin Smith was talking about that.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
He got like $20 million to kind of direct Superman with Nicholas.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, so really, so even like before it was greenlit to go, he got paid. Wow, okay. Alrighty. And then you got Jason out here struggling, trying to
drink
make,
his
yeah.
fucking beer, right?
Yeah,
What does he drink?
he's drinking
Me?
White Claws.
Pumpkin Spice White Claw.
They have pumpkin
I drink,
spice
I drink ham.
What'd he say?
That's not even beer.
ham.
What the fuck
That's
is him?
I can get a 30-pack of hams for like $10.
That doesn't mean that's good.
Somebody drank
I'm a
a
cheap
Bud
beer-
Light, pissed it
I am a
out,
cheap
and
beer
named it
connoisseur.
Is it like piss water or something?
Yeah.
It is definitely piss
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, Ham makes like PBR look like champagne.
Yeah.
Yo, let me talk shit about PBR.
No,
bro.
don't get me wrong. I love PBR.
PBR is the shit.
PBR is my go-to, son.
That is my. When we was at Concave, I made sure Kennedy bought PBR.
I'm saying PBR go
Yeah,
down to Nashville.
PBR and hams are not that much different.
Okay, I would drink some Ham.
What the fuck does ham stand for? Like high something?
Hams is what you go for when you have no money.
Like it's
Like
either
you can just be like, walk in and be like, hey, I don't have any money. Can I have a case of hams?
it's like
yeah,
when you
just
don't want to
take that.
buy the white label generic one that's a beer, you buy ham.
Well, because in New York they have 50
That's pretty
cent
close,
beers,
Um,
They make a Hams Light now as
So
well.
I'm gonna look this
Oh
up when
my
I get
god,
home.
what?
so how many do you have to?
What even is it?
Jason, how many of those do you have to drink before you feel anything?
Oh, I'm way too old to feel really anything. I just drink them now. I don't even know if I get drunk anymore.
So it's just like water for you.
I'm numb to it all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's just like I'm just so used to drinking beer that I just do it. That maybe I'm an alcoholic. I'm not sure.
That could be a sign. Remember the Joshua was talking about the guy in the shower drinking because of his dead kid.
Well, I don't need a dead kid to drink in the shower, but
Any reason to get out
know.
there and drink? What do you texting?
yeah.
Anybody going to comic book stores tomorrow?
I might. Why?
Because Spawn number 300 is coming out tomorrow.
I have it reserved.
So hopefully they don't just kill the character and it's over like Robert Kirkman did with The Walking Dead, and people only knew 2 days before the comic came out that it was the last issue, and it was a struggle to get.
buy it?
I got mine.
You frame it?
No, it's not framed. Why would it be framed?
Oh, I thought you would frame it.
No.
I have two of them.
If I
I was
get
gonna
it
say if you didn't have them.
signed, I would probably frame
What's
it.
the going rate for a perfect mint condition number 1 Walking Dead?
Probably 1,500, I would say.
At one point, it was
Yeah.
something like that.
Maybe not because of
It may have
the
gone down a
lore
little bit.
of that show has dropped majorly.
I heard people talking about like, is it Fear the Walking Dead is just so bad?
It's been bad since the first season, and now they're like, "Man, we're going to spin off and do 2 more," and I'm like, "Why?"
Is the guy
Right.
that was with Negan on that show? Because I saw like a picture of him when they were talking. That
Yes.
They are doing crossovers.
Yes.
Like the
So like,
Dwight.
Dwight is the one that was with Negan, like
Yeah.
before he got injured, right? Or is
Yeah.
it?
No, it looks
okay.
like he was injured.
Negan's the
Oh,
one
okay.
that hurt his face. He burned his face.
No, I know that, but
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't know
sorry.
in the
In the
Fear the
picture-
Walking Dead. I don't watch
In the
haven't watched
picture
Fear
I
the
saw,
Walking
it
Dead.
looked like his face.
So
was
he's already
That's
been-
how I knew who
yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his wife went because in
Negan fucked his wife.
well, no. In his thing is Negan had control. He had rules. The rule, if you broke the rules, they were very dramatic, but the rules were there to stop so that people just didn't get out of hand and things could get under control.
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Hey, if your wife comes and be part of my group, we're taking care of you, and you don't have your wife can't go back to you. They do.
Lick the rules here.
Yeah, they don't have to go." But a lot of these women, like his wife, were just kind of like, "I don't like suffering, so I'm gonna go suck a dick for a little
Yeah.
bit."
If they were swingers, they wouldn't even matter.
No,
Like
They
that
could've-
problem solved.
They
well,
could've-
but then you don't get to fuck your wife
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
You're-
Then he could have been like a cuckold and like just fucking sat
well,
back
yeah,
and
so yeah, if
watched.
you're a cuckold, you'd be like, "Oh, go Negan, go."
Can I put it in, nigga?
How was he? I was watching the fucking Walkerholics, and he was like, "My wife wants the cuckold." He's like, "It's pronounced cuckold, you fucking moron."
That was the
Is-
first time I had heard that was on Workaholics.
Is Negan still on the show? Or
Yes,
is he-
he's still on the show.
They might as well keep that. If Jeffrey Dean Morgan's smart, like, I'll stay on the show forever.
Well, I mean, in the comics, he's still there. Also,
Oh, he survived until 300.
they never explained in the comics how he died. I don't think he's there because of where
the
they.
year, right?
Yeah, they like
Right.
Carl's old in the comics.
How old is Carl looking?
He was
in
probably
his
like I think they
50s
said
or so.
No, I don't
Big
think
40s?
he's that old. I think Carl was like I think they said it was like 15 years in the future
Oh, okay.
after that happened. I believe that's the timeline because if you look at maybe it's about 20 years because if you look at Maggie's son,
Yeah.
who's doing the sideshow thing, he's probably 20.
But
And
Michonne
he
looks like
was-
she's 60.
Yeah, so
Like
she was
don't
probably.
care.
I would say it's about 20
No,
years.
she
in the future.
looks
I would
old.
say Carl's probably 35, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's 35, 40 maybe.
40, yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
35
okay.
with a fucking pussy hole in his head.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
But they
Negan,
don't talk
they
about
don't say
Negan.
that.
Like, well, I mean, they talk
do.
about,
They go
but they're-
to his house.
Yes.
And Carl knocks
oh,
on his
he's
door.
so yeah, he's still there.
And Negan's like he doesn't even answer
Yes,
the door.
correct.
And so he's like a recluse.
Okay.
He's like an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes,
Yeah.
he doesn't need it. He's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Recluse?
what's happening. And he has Lucille, a recluse. Recluse. Did I say that wrong?
Recluse.
Okay.
Recluse.
He's not a spider. He's not a dangerous spider. He has like
Arachnid?
Lucille's like grave in front of his house. That's the only reason you even knew that was.
Oh, he
that
saved
was
the
him.
bat after it broke?
Either that or he I don't know.
Maybe, and
Yeah.
he buried
'Cause I
it.
know I remember the bat breaking. He like flipped the.
He
fuck
lost
out.
his shit.
That's because it was named after
of
his wife.
Yeah, I remember reading that. I was like, oh man, that's so touching. She
It was.
dying.
It was
He was
sad.
cheating on her while she had cancer.
With Spawn number 300, it is the longest creator-controlled comic ever.
Tom McFarlane doesn't let anything go.
No. Along with Savage Dragon, which Crow could admit to is one of
Yeah.
his favorite comics, is
Yeah,
one of the last few
He watched
longest-running
USA.
Image comics out there from the original group.
Yeah, Eric Larson does that.
Yep.
Savage Dragon. I didn't realize Savage Dragon was still being published. That's pretty cool.
Comic book company, Uncle Weeds.
There are really lots of good Image comics. It's not like Image used to be like the skaters kind of like we're alternative and everything else. That and Chaos were the two titles before you got some really shitty fucking comics. But no, they've got some, because that's the thing is you're allowed full control of your characters, and if you want to sell the rights to a movie or a TV show, you can. Versus if you go to Marvel or DC, you're fucked.
Right.
Yeah, just like Stan Lee.
Yes. So tomorrow, if you want to get issue 300, which the weird is I guess Spawn is not Al Simmons anymore. But once I read the comic, he committed suicide when he found out his wife murdered during a riot, and so now the new character is called, where the fuck is his name at? It's another guy that he is into Spawn. Where is it at? Jim Downing.
Yeah, because there's a lot of Spawn.
Yeah, well, there's been a lot through the history of it, but now Jim Downing is the new Spawn that's being set up. And then they're spinning off a new series called Spawn Resurrection, where Al Simmons is back trying to discover why his wife was killed and what happened going from there. Yeah. So it's been I haven't read Spawn in a long time.
I have the last few issues of it only because voting to issue 300, I think from 298 to 299, Carlin did similar to some of his covers for Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
So they took like some of those same looks and he redid it as Spawn. So
Oh, that's
like if you
cool.
look at Spawn 300, it looks just like Amazing Spider-Man 300, where he's swinging through all the 300s are around.
Yeah.
So it's similar to that. So that kind of
Oh,
got me into it, but I actually haven't had a chance to sit down and read it.
I haven't
So-
either. I really enjoyed Spawn at the beginning. They had some very the Spawn was actually the HBO series what got me back into comics, and then started reading Spawn and then continuing on with my knowledge where we're at now.
I believe in 298. I mean, 300 is coming out. I guess I believe the Violator clown or the clown. I don't. Is that the Violator?
Yeah.
Violator's a big
Violator's
dude with the
Well,
big jaw.
I
and
mean,
all that shit.
he's still. I mean,
Yeah, the
it's
evil
clown
It's
is
the same person, but
Yeah.
one's the persona. The one's
Yeah.
the disguise.
Right,
Yes.
right. So, man, clown got Spawn cut his head off.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so it
Didn't he
looks
do
like
it in
they're
the movie,
doing
too?
all this shit.
Yeah.
He tied the chain around it and
Yeah.
it went and you see John
Angelic
Leguizamo.
or whatever, the angel or whatever. Like I believe he got his wings ripped off. Like there's all this shit going on to where it's looking like
Who,
Spawn is just
the Redeemer?
the Redeemer.
Yeah.
That's who it is. Yeah. There's all kind of like they're all like getting fucked up or they're dying. So it's like I'm kind of expecting Spawn. To
And
die.
apparently Neil Gaiman took Angela away from comics and not allowed to use her anymore.
Okay,
'Cause he was-
not Redeemer. I meant Redeemer, not Angela.
Yes.
I said that right.
That's not Tony Wentz, right? Remember the gangster at one point was the Redeemer? Jesus, it takes so long.
It's been so long. I don't.
Jason, if you know any of this, you can pop into. So I don't know if you're that
Yeah.
person spot. But yes, go out,
I played it for a while.
grab your issue 300 out there. Yeah, just subvert independent. Because Todd McFarlane didn't money. Didn't he? Buy-
Is he financing the Spawn movie himself?
Yes. So you got the Spawn movie. Now he's also talked about 2 animated series, one for adults and one for kids for some reason. Because when you think kids programming, you think Spawn. So that'll be coming out. All right, Kennedy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Disney's retro Aladdin games are coming out for the modern systems. On
Yes.
October 29th, you can pick it up on the PS4, Switch, and Xbox One. Which system are you getting it for?
Switch.
All right. Along
And go ahead.
along in 1080p, you can also make it turn in fuzzy TV, tube TV looking with distortion, kind of like the old way of playing it.
Why?
Some people like the classic feel of the game.
You can do it on the on SNES Classic they sold. You can actually change it to where it looks like that.
Oh, correct. I think even on the Switch, you've got the where they go ports. You can switch it to that feel too. Just say yes, anybody. That's fine. I'll move forward. Thank you. Also, it's going to have the rewind button. I know that the NES Switch was talking about. So I think that's something that's going to be on all these systems. So if you're screwing up, it'll rewind you to 15 seconds and then play
That'll
along
be a
with it.
good thing for the Lion King game.
And then you can put it in Game Viewer that puts the game on autopilot until you're ready.
Wow. Really?
It's going to cost $30. You can pick it up at Best Buy, GameStop, Target, and Walmart.
And fuck Friday anniversary for $19.99 anyway.
Was it not on like Amazon or eBay or anything like that?
No, I wanted it right then and there, so I wound up just downloading it because it was $19.99 on the market.
Yeah, why would you just not download it? Do you really need to keep the box cover and all that? I know about this conversation.
Well, at this time, I didn't think of it, so when I got home that day after looking and going to all the games, I was like, let me see if it's $19.99 on the thing, and it was.
All right.
So, fuck you, Doc.
Just download it. That's all you gotta
Having
do.
boxes. Fuck all the artwork on the box.
Did you download the artwork and do it? No.
Like McCool.
I live in my I would fucking
I got it. I take a lot of
fucking room.
Yeah, it's true.
Can't.
That means for all you whiteners out there. And now, finally, I know we have a gentleman that maybe hopefully get married soon. And
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying we don't have a date yet or anything
Well,
like
he's
that.
gonna get married.
So
He loves her.
I know he loved. He has a kid. You don't have to get married and have a kid.
Do you know what I mean? This fucking rural fucking neck of the woods, but he loved her and he's going to marry her.
We don't have a date. Do we have a date?
Fuck, do I have to?
What are you talking about?
You aren't you planning on getting married?
Oh, 2020. No, I'm 20. Is it going to be 2021 or 2022?
I've got real hopes in that marriage now.
Yeah.
Dud. Dud.
Too fucking.
You can't lock it down now, Dud.
Dude, speak that
I mean,
shit out, man.
we're engaged. But like, okay, we'll do
37 when
extra.
you get married?
What?
Be 37 when you get married?
I'm 30 right now. Like, what are you talking
He's
about?
talking
Me,
himself.
motherfucker, nobody cares about you. We're talking about me.
But no. So we were going to get it next year, but Patrick is getting married next year, like right around the same time.
You do realize, like, you can get married in the same year. Like, nobody's going to go,
Your friends are not his friends, and his friends are not your friends.
he's doing it the same. It's Patrick's getting married at the same time. So, I mean, that's really taking away the focus of Patrick and his.
Ah, fuck it. I still get to go to a wedding with Doc, so. I mean, if I'm invited, which I hope the fuck I am.
I'm invited.
We got invited to the baby shower, but did you get invited?
I don't live here.
I know. I couldn't. He invited me on a Saturday. I was like, I work, and you told me
I
3
wasn't
days for
invited,
the
but I
event.
contributed to that motherfucker.
I know. They were very happy
Yes,
with
you
what you
guys
got.
did.
So what we could maybe decide to do is you can get the guy John St. John who does Duke Nukem to conduct the nuptials.
Can we chip in for that?
Okay.
I'd say I would definitely. Can we do that?
How much is he charging?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, we gotta look this up.
Um,
Work overtime.
Either he can do that or the voice of Big the Cat from Sonic Adventures.
I
I think Duke
Duke
Nukem.
Nukem would be better.
Yes. So, like, if you could have a voice actor doing your wedding, Jason, who would you get?
A voice actor?
Yes.
Well, I'm never getting married, so I don't need this in my life. I get laid way more now, so there's no way I'm getting married.
What if you found the
Okay.
the
Okay. Let's just. If you had one person voice over a sexual encounter for you, who would that be?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, are they doing play-by-play?
No.
Yeah.
I think he'd want Jim Ross.
No, he's not a wrestling
My
fan.
God! Yes, he is. He's a wrestling fan.
broke her in half.
Yes, he
He's
is.
a movie fan first and before wrestling.
I don't. Jason.
James Earl Jones.
I mean, I am a huge wrestling mark. That's for sure.
Think about it.
but,
Jim Ross calling your sexual acts versus James Earl Jones.
Ah, God, he's got her legs up over the head. That poor girl doesn't know what's happened. This is a slobber knocker.
God Almighty!
See? That's way better than James Earl Jones.
He's
I
going
think I
where
want to
no
go
man
like
should
a
be going.
weird route and like have Kathy Bates like narrate it for me.
He just wants Kathy Bates so that she'd be like, and while I'm here, I might as well just get
Kathy
my
Bates
vagina all
with
over
her
you.
voice
she'll
from fucking
narrate
American
our sex together.
Horror Story freak show with that weird accent. Nobody knew what it was.
What? Who?
In American Horror Story freak show,
Oh,
nobody
okay.
knew what the fuck her accent was. Like she was like changing up her fucking accent.
Oh, was it changing?
Yeah, like it
Oh.
was like where are you from that you're talking like this?
Now, would you want
Yeah,
her
it
like there live
It definitely got
or
weird.
a voice just being Kathy Bates as a sex act?
No, you want him live.
Okay.
Now, would she be looking at you, or would she be looking down at the screen
Like
like,
a
the way Jim
monitor.
Ross would? Like, they don't look in the ring; they actually look down at the monitor.
I think they do both. But because
Do both. I mean, it depends on the angle.
you would
true.
need a cameraman if that's the case.
Have Kevin
Yeah, I
Dunn?
do.
Yeah, you would.
crew.
Well, no,
There's
you
a
could.
whole crew
Well,
involved.
no, you could. Yeah, you could.
Volunteering,
Or you
Josh?
could have just a hidden
I
camera
wanna see
set up.
Jason have sex.
He'll invite you anytime.
I know.
Yeah. So the problem is every time we go on the concave, he's not there, so you can't You can't.
I'm not gonna go.
You're not going to concave?
No, I'm going. I'm not gonna go
Okay.
with him into a room with another woman.
Oh.
I'm not gonna.
He's
have
always inviting people.
That's good for him.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yes. So
Maybe if
The
that
more the
chick
merrier.
was there that day, I would have.
she went in the other room,
And she did.
and then her friend lost her.
He was standing there all alone.
Do you know where she's at? No, I think she's getting fucked. Class, who would you?
Oh man, it would have to be like the previews guy, whoever is like
Which
in
one?
a city.
And that
I don't
guy?
know.
No,
yeah,
that-
Oh, the guy who
like,
does the voice for fucking.
either that or like Starscream, like Starscream, Cobra
Honest
Commander.
Trailers.
If we're
Okay.
gonna do like actors and some voice
Give
actors, he's
me-
dead.
But don't you feel? Well, so
But-
is the original
Oh, is he?
trailer guy
the
too.
voice of my childhood, Kevin Conroy.
There you go. That's actually a pretty good one.
Batman, not Bruce Wayne.
It's the same fucking voice.
No, but he changes it.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No, I've watched those. His voice.
They're
is
very
not-
similar.
They're
Yeah.
There's no
But-
rumbling. It's just like
No, it's like
I'm still Kevin
the
Conroy.
best example of it is the best example
That's
of
pretty
it
good,
is
Doc.
the episode with the Batman, the one that
They've all have the Batman.
You know what the fuck I'm talking
No, I
about?
don't.
The one that transforms into a bat.
Oh, the man bat.
The
Man bat, okay.
The man bat, where he's like, Alfred, I need to do something. And the phone rings. He's like, sir, it's such and such. It's the guy telling him about the bats.
Right.
And then he changes, like, hey, it's me, Bruce Wayne. Like, that's the best example of him changing the way he talks.
Hey, it's
Pull
me.
that shit up on
Hi guys,
YouTube.
I'm Bruce Wayne. I'll download it and I'll post it up on the Facebook page.
No, he won't. Anyway.
So Kennedy, since we're working on getting Duke Nukem, who would you like to actually be there?
Ricky from fucking-
He would not. He would hate.
David Hayter.
Who?
Oh, fuck that guy.
Who's David Hayter?
The voice of Snake, Solid Snake.
Oh my God.
Writer of X-Men movies, I think.
Oh, is he?
Think so.
No, of X-Men movies.
First one.
Oh, okay. Like the first one.
Fucking Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
Fucking Wolverine.
All right.
I scrapped mine, man. Hank Azaria is who I'd have do.
Well, then
that.
you have all those.
You
voices.
get like it'd have to
Yeah.
start with a poo, and then
Yes.
just kind of
If
work.
it wasn't,
love
if
Hank
it's not
Azaria.
David Hayter,
Problems.
then Chris Sabat.
Who's Chris Sabbath?
Vegeta.
Oh, okay.
Those dudes are like in hot water.
They are.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain this to Chris. So, do you know Dragon Ball Z, like the voice work actors that do the English version?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. So the voice actors, actually, one of
Oh, he is trying right now.
the voice actors knows
Keep noises. Maybe it's Kennedy.
got in trouble for like sexual misconduct, right? So all the main for that go video somebody talks about. Oh, this video. And he was very in the course.
Wow. Okay.
And then they clip you dead.
Some dude was
We don't have their cassettes,
yeah,
right?
but that was the 80s.
Really?
Oh,
I'm watching.
Fuck it, fraud.
That's incredible.
Thought that came
Oh,
out.
God.
What the fuck is going on, man?
And there's like
But go ahead.
there is actually it's over. It's a fan that
Yes.
took that audio.
Yeah.
and just-
Yeah,
that's
but it's just so because
incredible.
have you ever watched a
No.
okay, he ain't good. Just saying like agate.
All right.
You fucking my son's up.
Really, that's in his made
fucking
already.
laughing, man.
Oh my god.
And then it's no, it's not wrong to laugh at that because it's fucking
It's
humorous.
funny, man. It's like
I don't know. Dave Chappelle got 0 on tomatoes.
No, it was a it was critical acclaim, but like fan acclaim was like 99%.
Okay. This was funny.
And I was taking I was in LinkedIn, and he was like just raving about Nuke in David Chappelle movie.
That was
This was
funny.
like some old ass redneck just fucking ranting. He loved the movie.
I'm gonna have to watch.
The best part was like, "Girl, kill him. Maybe that could do a pick for him." I my best. And that's the point. It's-
True.
the woman trying to
I
get her
don't know,
kid.
most of the stuff he said, like I was pushing buttons, but there's a
That's
reason
not
for it.
why.
Like,
That wasn't what people
Oh, the
said.
transgender
Transgender stuff. And then the Michael Jackson things.
Well, I don't know what people said about that because like I just found out the FBI was investigating that for 10 years and they didn't find anything. If the FBI is investigating you for 10 years and they don't find anything,
Forgot them to keep them. You some blazing there. They love that.
ain't a valid point. If Macaulay Culkin gets touched by him, it was the creme de la creme of childreners.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like anything wrong with that now. He's
He
got
was a
band making pizza songs. And he looks like
You
strung
talking
out.
about Macaulay Culkin?
Yes.
I think I hear it now.
He did like Macaulay Culkin did score a lot of shit ever.
Who's that?
Oh,
Lunar? Oh, yeah, we done it now.
No, that's
He's
not.
just-
He was going through shit too.
Yeah.
So like party. Oh,
Oh, we done this.
Care. He's in trouble, all right?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
No,
Shake his hand. That's his fingers.
but my thing's like, look, all the child actors like him and fucking Neil Pachaco are like two nine war.
Shut me, f***. Shut no temper, that's hard. When the lemons didn't wait, then it just to me bad. It's why you got pretending to be helpful. They're dropping the pens of the thing. Let's say they can dance. That's fine. Still going. What's wrong now? What chicken? That big thing. Yes.
I'm between pretty.
That line of the show, idiot. I keep yelling at the bladed Summelvange.
What is a Summelvange?
Let's not. Motherfucker! Run it, good light, boys! Thunder! There can't be too hot.
You can get the land. People do something happy.
Go on, get just a little. Go just a little.
What's the talking?
Yeah. Gotta pass out. Can't hold them to any longer.
Wow. That is wild.
Guess you want more actor doing like those movies with animation movies. They're like $5 Eddie Murphy. They weren't together with filming the movie, but voicing the movie. But just the outtakes would be fucking gold. Fuck, even Ken Garner, everybody say some fucked up shit. Or Mark Hamill. I'm like, fucking Trump.
Apparently, when I do you, it's like we're gonna slow every the fucking took film and the guys room stuff. Okay. So because I still collect right. Hasbro, the biggest rip has hung up.
Hasbro.
So Hasbro just bought the Death Row right, which seems a very interesting move on the art. I'm not sure why.
Wow.
They decided to buy that. They do.
They're gonna start coming out with like little like Snoop Dogg figures, little like Method Man figures.
No, it's
Fight Arc figurines.
Oh, but how we get a song finally released on the street versus you can it. Yeah.
Still. I mean, go ahead. It was not too long.
Because of trading, but like from the right that song, so you can't find it anywhere. Like I can't on my Spotify. I don't do Apple Music. I'm not part of the Apple thing.
Shut up, Mac.
That's just me holding an iPhone, you retard.
Oh, okay, thank you. I did. The other thing Hasbro is that came out and Croken top the two because also an action figure collector is they're creating sustainable like packaging that can easily degrade and less plastics. Actually, taking out all the plastics with a collector where I got a hole in there and I'm around. How do you feel about that?
Good day, Dr.
Yeah.
Oh,
never. Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
Jesse, what do you feel about that? Because I know a lot of figures being able to move, they don't move around. They hold their now using not quit aiming or cardboard. Lets them not holding their shape fall apart, which again could collecting more valuable because you okay there? Because I mean, with collecting the figures the last 20 years, they're not worth as much for the fact that everyone buys them just put away. Where you're talking 40 years ago, they weren't keeping them in that condition. Now we're gonna have where the conditions start to degrade quicker. Jason,
yeah, well, of course, when you were collecting, collecting was half the price of the 80% of the price of what was worth. You're gonna degrade. I don't know if people really care that stuff anymore. Maybe that's just us.
Are they going to be in, like, is it like a flip card with, like, a bubble way, like, turn the figures to be, like, 3 3/4 inch?
Maybe. They're phasing out all plastic. I mean, that front area is plastic.
Right.
So I don't know if they're going to be, like, saran wrapped or baggy. I don't know.
Still plastic.
Weird.
So it's going to be something that's going to...
I hope Pop does do that.
I thought you meant just, like, casing, like, on the inside that kind of keeps them in a certain position.
They want that, yeah, the same all that, but I don't
As
know
opposed
about
to the outside, like if you remember the old flat cards that had like the bubble on the outside that just had that, and they were loose. So if you had something like a little 3 3/4 inch figure, you can move the card and it'd shake around.
So now, because the complaint is a lot of and as you know, if you open up a figure or something, there's all kinds of twisties and ties and everything else. Yeah. Especially children like all everything else, how of this wasted stuff. Right. So I think they're getting rid of, but yeah, it could start to slowly degrade.
Yeah, that's true. I like you said, I collected Marvel Legends, and it was the shitload of rubber bands around these, and like they always posted a certain way. For the longest time, I never always kept them in like the case or in the box, or whatever. Really, I haven't opened them up, and so I don't give a shit.
I got you.
Like I'd open them up. There's some that I wouldn't open. Like it's.
Do you need another Jim Halper photo pop for you?
Originally, I wanted one without the book on his face, but I don't care anymore. I need a Spice Tool though.
You can get one with the action scene from the movie.
No, I just need the regular.
One that's like $300.
No.
It's $150.
Yeah, I'll pay $150 for it.
All right, anybody out there that's got
in the box?
In a box, yes. That's what you worry about. Why don't you this one? How you open them up anyway?
I know, but I want it to be new.
That would be
I'm gonna pay for something that don't out of the box.
Guy does Spike's gonna be here at the.
I don't care.
Oh, okay. Who would care about that invention?
Voice thing was?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking gonna come on.
So did I. But he took money.
Take mine. Yeah, I paid him down.
And get a reach with.
I had a reach with too.
Damn. Okay.
I wonder if he lives in New York.
I think so.
I just told him I was on the verge of this. You my child, and he's like, "Oh, that's awesome." I just walked away.
And you do Batman voice now.
I told me, my friend told me, she's like, "Oh, you just told him to voice record." I'm like, not fun doing that.
The guy go do something.
Yeah, it looked like
just say hello. Just say hello.
You know, who looks like him. Matt's dad looks like him. Yeah, they look very similar.
I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, that will bring the show to a close. Kennedy, what?
You didn't cut whatever.
Do you want to talk about Fantasy Egg?
No.
No.
All
right, I don't fancy it.
All
right. Okay, so Kennedy, what do you want to do then?
Video game doesn't matter to you.
What about video games?
We talked about Chikara.
Yeah.
Talked about fucking whatever.
All right. Crow, what'd you do this week?
I learned that apparently I can get budget for any movies I make with fucking potato chip games. So I'm really pretty domestic this episode.
No, just Fritos, Hot Cheetos is getting a movie made. And you're what were you trying to get made?
I just want to get
Brings bitch. Yes.
Dr. Pepper.
Last on the show, we do a what'd you learn this week? What'd you learn this week?
I've never met Jason, but I've learned that if we hang out, I could watch him have sex.
Yes, you can.
So
yeah, and rumors that we're connected to Jim are not true, so that's good.
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, I thought he had heat with you, and then apparently when
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're flipping out?
That was when I a second.
You blew it out.
Yeah, it took a
I
second.
understand the class is like in a world of own. Literally dropping the
I
episode.
do almost. I'm not going to change, but like,
No, he definitely doesn't. Though.
I think someone with that's like, I don't think that guy likes me very much.
I met
But
that dude one time and you really thought I fucking was like the worst person in the world.
Oh no.
Hey, sister, I'm such no, we did fucking nerds. Okay. And just I'm like the fucking the guy from fucking Concave with his fucking dashiki fucking
Oh yeah. Oh, you should have met his ex-wife. Just even lovelier person than him.
Anyway.
So that's it. I learned that.
And
I
you
learned
know,
what your floor looks
and Jason,
like.
you know this person, so.
Yeah, real well.
And his ex-wife knew a certain band member of a Trek group really well too. Yeah, going forward. Now he's on the same page as us. And Joshua, what'd you learn this week?
Doc Martin will stop at nothing to get me to watch Black Mirror.
Every week I told you, I'm gonna mention some way Black Mirror. Now it's more than just once a week. It's
Should have had that shit on the TV when he walked through the fucking door.
No, it's I get. You got skin legs, you fat boy.
Yeah, just legs are not.
I like that Cartman impression. It's like,
Hey, you got skin legs, you fat boy. And I like showed him my calves. I was like, I got good size cat.
No.
called him. Oh, what did Ric Flair call him? Minuscule calves.
Yeah, minuscule.
That's why Ric Flair wore knee pads over his calves. He was afraid he had minuscule calves.
Really?
Yes.
He has weird hairy legs. If you ever get close to
Ric Flair
him.
does?
Yes.
Okay. This is
That
blonde.
man's still
So I
alive.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's weird.
Never
Because when
realized
you're
that.
like you're seeing it, it's like, oh, it's
No wonder his
big
daughter
blonde.
has those legs.
Carpets match the drapes, huh? All right.
And I learned there's titties in the Carnival Row show on Amazon. So and like one fairy like is a whore and she like floats up and flies out. The guy's fucking her. I was like, oh,
Nice.
I think we saw that in the
Sold. I will watch
yeah,
that.
I was so. All right, so let's go through the. What are you doing, Kennedy? How do they follow you?
Zenchi89 on Facebook, Switch, fucking Xbox. I'm a gamer. You want to play with me? That's probably the way to go about it.
You want to play some Tom Clancy Splinter Cell?
He does.
No, it's Breakpoint. Breakpoint's coming out in
Yeah, he's
October.
super excited about it.
Speaking of it, the beta is coming out. I couldn't talk about the test that I did. It was
'cause
good.
you-
The game was good.
a
I couldn't talk about
non-disclosure.
anything in it.
Ooh, look at you, Mr. Famous. Can't talk about anything.
Well, no, like literally, they made us sign a fucking NDA.
Yeah.
So, but the beta's coming out. So once that comes out, I can finally fucking talk about everything.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that. That is this weekend coming up, I believe.
So you could be all over Facebook soon. So get on Zenchi 86, right?
Yeah, you should.
89.
Sorry.
But you're already on the run from cops.
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
You're a fucking
you
rebel.
may
So
be
why
in-
don't you go and talk about
You
it?
may be in jail by the time this weekend rolls.
Oh yeah. So much jail.
Crow, I know you are a very, very busy man. What can you talk about?
Oh shit! I got all kinds of movies coming out. I actually go film a movie called The Wicked Ones next week. I've done a week doing that. Started a YouTube show called Triple B Theater, which is just me being drunk with Rebecca and talking about horror movies.
Well, they do hot tubs a lot, but they're not always in a hot tub. It makes it
I
hard
don't
to
know,
mention.
we'd go to different shows, or we'll be in. I get in the hot tub as much as I can, but it's a bunch of different things. And there's a convention of our own starting next year, but we'll actually be starting to promote here soon. And I'll be able to tell you more about that
Early
in the
stages.
near future.
So when does Don't Fuck Woods 2 come out? Aren't you in that?
Yeah, so after The Wicked Ones, I go finish and film
you're not even done with
that
it.
last scene for that,
Oh.
and at the very end of the month, and then I think they will be pretty much officially done after that.
Excellent. All right, class.
You can be every week on Podcast Back with Heckers with my Joshua Carballo.
And the Cactus Spreaker.
We're back on Spreaker,
Yeah.
our original home.
Yes.
You can find us on iTunes, Spreaker, Spotify, everywhere we listen to podcasts.
I should put it on iHeart and make sure you sign up for iHeart on there and a bunch of get your fucking hands away from me.
I saw that there was old.
I was trying to help you. I was like,
appreciate
oh yeah, don't forget this.
Yeah, I saw that. You can follow us on at Back Row Hecklers on Twitter, Back Row Hecklers, Facebook, Back Row Hecklers, Back Row Hecklers podcast on Instagram. Follow me on Chris Class BRH on Instagram.
See the new logo with the orange Joshua.
Yeah, a little bit of jaundice.
You have no idea how much problems that caused me.
What's that?
Yeah, I'll tell you when we
Oh
get
yeah,
to
we
that.
didn't have to talk about it. Oh yeah, I
we'll
forgot.
talk about it when we go
Jesus
to that.
Christ. Yes.
Okay. Everyone was like a different shade. Like I'm
No,
tan.
No, not.
Brian is a. Everyone's like a different color. I got a picture right here.
I literally don't.
That was the first thing we talked about. How you different color, Joshua?
Yep. I literally.
Really?
You caused dissension in the family.
Really? Look at me. Look at me.
Trust me, I looked at it I was shown it many fucking
I
times.
don't know how those shades different. Joshua's definitely different.
We're a little closer, but
No, these three.
No,
These
listen,
three.
I don't care, but this caused a lot of fucking like you have no idea. I'm gonna tell you when we get off.
people were pissed.
Yeah,
The family.
Yeah,
It was the
fans.
fans.
Johnny Caraballo?
It was the
No,
fans.
Abuelita.
no. I'll tell you when we get off.
Oh.
Joshua.
Oh
How
no.
can they follow more about you?
Yeah, well, if you want me to see me fucking get into arguments with you fucking weirdo, when you post something, I post, you follow me.
I do.
B on Twitter. You want to picture fucking events and need
So what? Here's three.
What?
But they're at phone.
Oh, still, I caught him, kind of.
Because he doesn't sit back row where his podcast is named after. He sits first or second row. He bits him when he sits.
You found that.
Let's sit to the back row, heckle the front row.
This doesn't look like the back.
I never said that. I was in the back row. The second row, I was heckle. What do you mean?
You're on the wrong show. You should
I got invited. I'm not
He's a big
Sorry,
Marvel fan.
fan.
even let me post your stuff like that. Instagram. People
get Welsh. Just ask for pictures. They'll send. They'll have from
are
you.
intrigued by that person. I'm going to tell you.
We'll do that.
Last, you beeped it, so.
I mean, yeah, you ain't getting no free. I saw that for free.
Was it good?
No, I mean it was impressive.
Okay. Well, we'll go on, and the picture was impressive.
I mean, yeah.
All right. And you can follow Rackin' Nerds on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. I don't know. Snapchat? I don't think so. I don't fucking know. Oh, and somebody's rid of both. Probably Stacey's and over. All right. So for Jason Crow, Kennedy, Chris Class, and Joshua, all the way from the East Coast.